the latest episode of Good, Great, Perfect. Are you recording yet?
I am. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 100. No, I literally just hit start recording just then because I was like, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. That works out perfectly. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 140 of the Good, Great, Perfect podcast. I'm here with my esteemed co-hosts of Flame and Todd. You guys missed out on the whole preamble there. We're talking Treasure Cruise leaks for One Piece Day. Todd was talking about collabing with Otter himself. Flame finally finished a video game for the first time in his life. And I'm still here, so what's up? How you guys doing, man? Flame, what's been happening, dude? Talk to me.
Man, I've been good. I finally been set free from my fucking
from
the shackles of 100 days.
From the demons.
Jesus Christ. So
game.
yeah, I've finished that. I've been playing a little bit of the new Mario Kart.
Oh yeah.
I've then also started Expedition 33.
Yeah.
I went golfing for the very first time.
Okay, we turning into a golfing podcast. Todd went golfing recently.
Yeah, Chris and I actually went golfing like a couple weekends ago as
well.
There we
go.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of winged it. I went by myself. First time ever. That shit was hard as fuck and scary.
Yeah,
but I did it.
Honestly, I respect it. Going by yourself is like hella based.
And I thought I was slick. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go on Sunday. I'm gonna go at 6 in the morning. Nobody's gonna be in there. That shit was fucking packed.
Yeah, man.
I did not know Sunday 6 a.m. was fucking primetime golf.
The Sunday people wake up straight to go golfing. That's it.
Yeah. So yeah, I did that, and then I've been working on 2 videos.
Okay.
Which for the very first time in a long time, I wrote a script.
Whoa.
So
okay, we're getting scripted content.
Yeah, this is gonna be a very high level video. I'm actually not gonna be editing my video for the first time either. I'm working to find an editor. Yeah, I'm planning on not releasing like as frequently, but like when they drop, like these are gonna be like very high quality videos.
It's gonna be like summoning salt level videos.
Oh, I love that. That'd be cold.
Nah.
Now that guy's the goat. Now that guy, he's got the goat.
I love summoning salt.
I don't know if you guys. Well, actually, you might. You guys know Connor from the Trash Taste podcast?
Yeah.
T-Dog. Whoever edits his videos is fucking amazing.
Mudon is the guy.
Mudon?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find somebody that can
the thing is,
give me a style like that.
Nah, Mudon is cooked. That guy is if you go to his YouTube channel, Mudon's channel, like he doesn't upload like at all ever, but like sometimes he'll just upload like speed running an edit. And he'll just like edit like a 17 hours of footage in like 45 minutes or some shit, and it's like a quality ass video. It's so cool. He edits for Connor. He edits for Joey. He edits for the Trash Taste podcast. Like he just runs. It's incredible. He's very, very, very talented. So if you can find something like that, man, that's a keeper.
I found this girl named Jess.
Okay.
On Fiverr.
Okay.
What's up? Conversation with her.
What's up, Jess? How you doing?
Shout out to Jess.
Yeah, Jess one time. Man. Can she edit the podcast? Can we get Jess to edit the podcast? So I'm done with it. I don't know. So man. We might have to talk offline. You know what I'm saying? This might be the move. This might be where after 6 years of GGP we start making some money. You know what I mean? Okay.
So yeah, me and her are gonna talk a little bit in like a week or two when I finish recording and stuff.
Nice.
She told me to send her. Apparently, she's good as fuck. So
okay, I like it.
She told me to send her like some references and like video styles that I like.
Yep.
So I'm gonna like kind of pitch it to her first, just to see like, all right, can you do something like this? Like, because I don't want to waste either of our times. If not, then
of course, yeah.
Do your thing. But yeah, if it works out, then yeah, I'm probably gonna be hiring her for majority of my projects moving forward.
Hey man, I like it, man. Get that portfolio. I need to see some stats. You know what I mean? I need to see some. Nah, that's good as man. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be so fun. Getting back into YouTube in a different kind of way will be fun as for you. So that'd be really good.
Yeah, and I'm doing it more for like myself this time, and like
Yeah,
I'm just
absolutely.
mostly gonna be playing games and shit.
Yeah.
Because like I think I don't remember if I explained this last time, but the thing with like reactions and like Todd could attest to this with Gacha content, like you have to post at specific times and be waiting for like shit, and like if you have
Yep,
like a full-time job and like doing like other things, like making the time for that is like really annoying. Plus, if you're doing everything yourself, like if you're editing all the stuff, processing the videos, uploading it to YouTube, like that's takes a lot.
it does. Yeah, you're not wrong.
So
A lot of people just like see
that
YouTube videos and they're like they think it's like the easiest thing in the world, but like doing it all yourself and doing everything, like even if you like going from streaming and then you got to take that stream and you got to get clips out of it or make a video out of it, like there's so much like behind the curtain stuff that happens to
Mm.
make sure the videos get up on the channel. Like it's a lot of effort, and having
exactly.
having an editor to take a lot of that burden away just frees up so much more time. So yeah, I definitely see where
Yeah,
you're coming from.
and to very quickly timeline it, like for example, like when I was doing the reactions to like anime and like music and whatever, like
Mm.
that shit, you would have to record the video, then you have to, well, for me, because at the time I didn't have like a SD card converter, I would have to upload the video from my camera to my computer. That takes like 30 minutes.
Yep.
Then I would have to
Mm,
edit the video, process it, if upload to YouTube, if it gets copyrighted, then I gotta fucking take it down, re-edit it, re-upload. It was like a whole
yep.
thing.
The whole shebang. Yep.
So, so yeah, that's why I'm like trying to do like this. Like I don't really care. It's like the attention it gets. Like cool if people like it and watch it, whatever. But post it whenever I can.
I like it, man.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
Good eats. I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
it. If this person's good, man, you know what I'm saying? We get the podcast, get some clips, get some shorts, okay, we start making some money off
I,
this
th-
shit.
I, th- I'm not actually because I was looking at her other gigs. I think she does have gigs for like TikTok shorts and YouTube shorts.
Make it happen with the podcast. She can watch fucking me and Todd rip it up about fucking Guild Zoro Legend 9 years ago or some shit. And make a short out of it. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. No, that's good, man. Looking forward to it. Todd, how you been, man? What's been happening, dude?
Man, it's been really hot and humid in Ohio the last like couple weeks. It has been disgusting. So, been trying to stay cool, stay out of the heat. It was Chris's birthday a couple weeks back, or actually, well, last week actually. It was on the
Oh,
16th.
yeah, happy birthday,
Um,
Chris up.
and
Happy
I got
birthday.
her a new set of golf clubs for her birthday.
Okay, we really the
Let's
broskies are
go.
really golfing. We love that, man.
Yeah, so yeah, I ended up getting that, and she didn't know I got it, so it was a nice surprise. She really
Nice.
loved it, and I just heard her scream from the bedroom. She said, "I love it."
There you go, perfect.
So that was cool. And yeah, just been chilling. I haven't really been doing a whole lot. Not much has really come up. I have been sneaking a little bit of gameplay on Path of Exile. Played a little bit of that.
Okay.
Path of Exile 1, that is.
Ooh.
PoE
Okay.
1 had like a major new update and decided to give it a little bit of a go. Not really going to play it too heavily, but just something to play on the side, I guess. Treasure Cruise be doing Treasure Cruise things, which I'm sure we'll get into and
Absolutely.
stuff like that. And almost in 2 weeks, I'll be heading out to Australia, so that's going to be hype.
Yeah,
Chris
mate.
is excited.
Yeah, mate. Australia,
Yeah.
mate. He's coming back home.
Let me check the dates. Just trying to see. Because I think on the last weekend that we're there is when actually hang on, what day is it today? Okay, so the day that we leave or that we arrive in Australia is the day that we have the podcast. So I don't know if I'm gonna be on the next podcast.
Oh, we can figure it out. No problem.
And then the one after that might be a bit choppy. I'm not too sure if we'll
That's
make
right.
it there. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. But
right.
either
Flame-
way, we'll see what happens.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
How about you, Pappy? What have you been up to, my
Dude,
friend?
man, honestly, this last couple of weeks have been quite good for the first time in like a while, which has been awesome.
Well, that's good.
A lot of these a few problems that I had with work have kind of resolved, and like for the better, which was really good. A lot of anxiety and stress has now been removed from my day to day. So like 6 months
That's always
of
good.
6 months of anxiety and stress and not knowing what could be coming next. Have been resolved, and I can breathe a little bit, which has been really positive. So
Nice.
just trying to do more things now. Like now that like a lot of things have ended, I'm like, okay, now it's time to get start my year properly. So I'm getting back in the gym again. I'm walking a lot more. I'm getting into coffee. I've started brewing a lot more coffee, which has been really fun. And just kind of taking life day by day, which has been super good. So, happy days, right? Like something, a breath of fresh air, I should say. It's probably the best way to think about it, I suppose.
Yeah, that's neat.
You should order my Dunkin' drink.
No, I'm dude, you know what? Like on the low ski though, and this like really, I'm on a flame spec here, man. Last night, the game, we'll talk about it in the game corner, but Rematch came out. Some of my buddies and I were playing. I bought like a packet of licorice, red licorice, like raspberry licorice. None of that black licorice shit, man. And I was like,
dude, I'm addicted.
I was like, I have a couple. I ate the whole fucking bag last night, man.
Dude,
that's how it happens.
Good.
Bro, it's fucking 800, 900 calories in the bag. I'm like, oh, fuck, dude, oh, no. But, hey, man, that shit's so good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell?
I fucking love the red licorice so much. I like the green one, too. And my most recent thing, like, a little addiction, is getting, like, a bag of, like, peanut M&Ms and just, like, having a couple throughout the day.
They're so
dude,
good.
Peanut M&Ms
are so good, dude.
The thing though, that's I love crispy M&Ms, but they don't have crispy M&Ms in the States.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so when I go back to Australia, I'm gonna slam a bag.
My guy is
crispy
gaining
M&Ms.
100 kilos. My guy's coming home with 2 suitcases. One with crispy M&Ms, one with his clothes. We love that. All right, let's get into the Treasure Cruise stuff. Just jumping right into no tangenting at all. We had pretty much the announcement of Part 3 of the Sugar Fest. Not even the announcement. It's been out for a while actually. Of the God Valley incident part of the Sugar Fest, with the releases of Roger Rayleigh Gaban and Newgate, Shiki, and Big Mum, or Linlin, I suppose. Where do you want to start with this one?
Isn't that what we guessed?
Pretty much. Like we kind of assumed it was God Valley. We knew about it to some degree. But
we wanted to see Garling, but we never got Garling.
Yeah, I think that was, there's a few like missed opportunities there with what they kind of like released, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at the unit choices. Obviously, like Roger makes money. Like all those units make money. It's kind of crazy to see Shiki Legend pop up. Like, what's up? That's a throwback kind of character for sure. But
I'm sure they'll drop, release Legend Garling, like God Valley Garling, like 9 months from now, like when it's like really random. That's probably what they'll do.
That's a treasure.
Oh yeah, probably like the end of the month.
Yeah, like an end of month Legend Garling would be so disrespectful. So disrespectful.
Kind of like how they did fucking like all the Versus celebration, and then they finally gave us Galaxy Impact Garp, and it was trash.
It was one of the, and then Kobe afterwards, trash.
Oh my god.
But I guess
all right, we can start with Roger.
Let's start with the Roger Rayleigh Gaban. Todd, break it down. What's happening with them?
They're kind of fucking weird, man.
They really are, dude. They're kind of they're an odd legend.
So they focus on Int Slasher and Striker, and their captain ability in terms of like the utility part is if the enemy puts up a damage threshold, they immediately set it to like 0%. So essentially, when they're a captain, you don't have to worry about enemy damage threshold.
Yep.
Which is like kind of cool, I guess. But I mean, they could also have just made it like bypass defensive effects with normal attacks. That would have also been pretty cool.
Even if it was just like bypass threshold. I know, like obviously that'd be kind of like a bit more niche, but like at the same time, it's very similar to that. Do we have characters that have like caveats in their specials where it's like if the enemy has damage threshold, do blank?
There are some. I don't know off the top of my head, but I know that there are some, and I know that there's some specifically for the damage reduction side of things when Blackbeard's batch came out, the strength Blackbeard.
Yeah.
So this guy is also interesting because in his captain ability, like it's like a lower multiplier compared to the other Super Sugos that have come out this celebration. He's only a 6 times boost. Only a 6 times boost.
It's cooked, right?
Which is crazy to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he also gives additional color affinity if you hit excellent on your action special, which is I've never been a big fan of characters that give additional color affinity in the captain. Like I'd much prefer just the higher raw damage rather than the additional affinity.
It's so lame. So lame.
Like, it only really helps you if you're super effective against all types. Yep. Luckily, there is a legend that's super effective against all types and counts as one of the EX super requirements.
My goat Bullet. No, it's not Bullet.
I'm so shocked they put Bullet in the EX super requirements.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's my fucking goat, dude. Bullet stay winning. Hashtag Bullet
stays winning.
That's the goat.
I I actually have a video that I've already recorded. It'll probably go up tomorrow, and it's a video dedicated to using the combo of both captains of Bullet and this guy.
Fuck
So
yeah, let's go. Bullet getting spotlight in
Yeah.
2025. Oh, you'll love to see it.
And the cool thing about it is in the EX Super, they can change fighter characters into Slasher for 3 turns. Guess who's a fighter?
Like,
Douglas Bullet.
Bullet's the GOAT. Bullet actually eats
Yeah.
good, always. Oh, that's so cool.
So that's pretty cool. And I mean, in terms of their special, it's weird. Everyone has kind of said this, but they remove special bind with their special.
Yep.
They remove special bind with their crewmate ability,
Mm.
but they don't do it as a captain.
No.
And they don't do it in the EX Super, which
Oh.
ultimately means if they are a captain and you're inflicted with special bind, they don't remove it off of themselves.
That
I
just-
don't get it.
It's so stupid. Like, like such weird design, right? Like, I get the.
It's
like,
so brain dead.
Like, do they not want you to use this character as like a legend? I suppose. Like, sorry, not as a legend. Jeez, as a captain, I suppose. Like,
I mean, maybe they'll bring out some more captain switching bullshit or more captain shifts. I don't know.
nah, no more captain shifts, man. Let's give me some verses.
it's
give me
just-
some cool shit.
I
don't know.
don't get
It's
it.
just a very
Uh,
odd. It's very odd decision making. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it would have hurt this unit whatsoever if they had also removed special bind or 10 turns of special bind. They don't have to completely remove it, but remove like 10 turns of special bind in their captain ability, or 5 turns, or I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Right? Like something.
Or like even the EX Super removes it off of themselves, like at a
Yes.
bare minimum.
Yes, I agree. Maybe, yeah, exactly. Like maybe it's just removes special bind from self or from this unit, you know, alone, not
Yeah.
everyone, right? Because then you're like, oh, okay, now this makes sense. Yeah, it's kind of odd. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all.
I've used this character a little bit so far, and I haven't really been a big fan of using them in normal content. I just think that there's so many other units I would rather use over this guy. Like the only real benefits you get is if you're running like a full int focused team and you're up against side content. At that point, yeah, this character is going to be so good.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, and the special does give you advantageous class effect buffs for Slasher and Striker, which
Yep.
I guess if there's content against that, yes, this character will be good. Kind of like New Year's Sabo against Cerebral and Fighter.
Yep.
Advantageous class stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, it's gonna be very niche like Sabo, I feel, honestly. But then in terms of Rumble, oh my god,
Holy, yep.
what were they thinking?
Nah, this unit's fucked. This unit is so. To add, though, this unit does have super tandem. It's a what is it? 2 characters, including self. It's a 3x tandem boost. That's nuts.
And also, I found this out while using it. This super tandem can activate on every stage, not just the final stage.
Yeah, that's really good.
it's
good.
really strong,
That's really strong. So
Yeah.
even like their level 1 tandem being a 1.75 attack boost,
right?
like on every stage, like
Yep.
like stage 2 of Super Boss Kazunas, like are so much easier to kill now because of the super tandem. Like that's really good. But yes, their Rumble is cooking. Holy,
Yeah.
they're so strong. Defense up, blow away, special CT speed up, attack up, speed up. If 6 or more on team, self KO launches 1 Rumble special when they get KO'd. Jesus.
Yeah, the characters that launch their special when they die, I think, it's the most toxic mechanic.
It's
in Rumble,
so jokes
honestly.
though, because like sometimes I'll be versing like a team and I'm like, oh, I finally killed the Yamato, like Orion Yamato. It's yes, let's go. And then you're like dun 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 dun. It comes back and just wipes your whole fucking team. You're like, ah shit. I should have
It's
thought.
so gross. Like the fact that this character special is so strong on top of all of it, like 1.5 damage through defense, which it doesn't sound like a lot, but damage through defense is cracked. And then also, if they're below 40% threshold, they get the 4 times damage to all enemies as well. And like the situation of like launching this special, then he dies, and then he launches it again. Oh, it is like it's just an auto win. Seriously.
And it's kind of cooked though, because like maybe not, it won't probably be as often, but Roger Pirates get attack up, speed up, defense up, 555. Like that's a big stat boost in that kind of vein as well, you know. But I think, yeah, the specials, anything with ignore defense is cooked. Like it's just pure. It's so good.
It's like big red flags. You always got to look out for it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly right.
If it's got damage through defense, it's probably going to be usable in some fashion.
What are your thoughts on the Grand Party stuff?
It's going to be interesting. I don't think this guy's going to be like that crazy in Grand Party. I mean, yeah, he does like massive damage, but specifically targeting Cyan Int.
Yeah.
I guess Int doing that much damage versus Int is nice because Int is just so frustrating to deal with.
Yep.
and then you only have to deal 25,000 damage. It's not super difficult to achieve. I think this guy's going to be usable, but it's not going to be like, it's going to be, you have to like use it against very specific teams. Last season in Grand Party, I used Saturn throughout the whole season, and I found it to be actually very good. I enjoyed Saturn a lot. Being able to dodge damage through defense for your team, was absolutely nuts. Like going up against like a strength team, you just like pop the special, and then like Luffy, when the strength Luffy comes in, he just does nothing. He does no damage.
It's so cool.
It's just,
I
it's so strong.
I used Whitebeard Ace last season.
What does he even do?
They're fucking broken.
Yeah, legit.
Whitebeard Ace, like I don't think they're gonna get many moments to be really good in like Grand Party, but like because last season just kind of fit them was nuts. It's like their leader skill or their burst is attack up, and then they do a 70% HP cut to all enemies, then 100% chance to inflict half stats for 10 seconds. And then they deals 4x leader's base attack in damage to 4 enemies with the high special CT.
Holy crap.
So odds are you're killing 4 enemies every time you pop their special.
Oh, the condition looks rough.
The condition is crazy cringe. That's the problem. But if you can
6 characters defeated.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
But like you know for sure though, like
so it's a comeback mechanic.
Yeah, exactly right. Like if you like lose fight 2, you basically guarantee yourself a win on fight 3 every time.
Right, that makes sense.
Because you just kill 4 units without a shadow of a doubt. But like that, they were really fun to use. I was like, whoa, very very strong mechanics there. But I guess what do you think about like as a whole Roger Rayleigh Gaban? Do you think like they meet? I mean, it's kind of stupid to say out loud, but do you think that they meet that Super Sugo Fest kind of threshold of character?
I think they do in Rumble. I really don't think they're Super Sugo level in normal content. Like, yeah, I mean, when you compare it to other normal legends, yes, it's definitely stronger, but compared to the other Super Sugos that we've had in this celebration, he's definitely not up there in terms of power level. I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see if there ends up being like a really interesting like Psy super boss in the future. This character might be really good for that, but as it stands right now, I don't see it being like a meta-defining normal content, but in terms of Pirate Rumble, I think this is going to be like the new best unit in Rumble. Building around this guy is just disgusting. Just some of the stuff he's able to do.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big meta shift with Roger Rayleigh Gaban, 100%. I
mean, Int was already super good, and then adding this on top of it, and then like Strikers really needed the support as well. So this on top of Rocks Pirates is pretty impressive in Rumble too, I gotta say.
Yep.
So Strikers be winning, especially with Saturn coming out recently as well.
Dude,
so
on the low overall, I think Saturn's really good. I think Saturn's
in Rumble or in normal content or in everything.
I think he's a really good.
Yeah.
I think
like, Saturn is strong.
I think like people underestimate like, which sounds so dumb, the attack boost mechanic. I think that's a fucking broken ability. Like being able to like chalk up like a 15x attack boost is just fucking.
Even just running him as a sub and like having an orb boost, then using his special, you just get like massive orb boost, massive attack boost. Yeah. Also removing Rainbow Shield completely, like pretty underrated. Yeah,
the poison slot stuff, kind of good as well.
Yeah,
like those kinds of like niche mechanic things, like really good. Anyway, out of 10, what do you think Roger Rayleigh Gaban is?
I think they're like mid 8s for me.
Yeah.
Because like they're fine in normal content. They're going to be like niche usage for sure, and then in Rumble they're going to be probably meta defining. So I think they're probably like mid 8 to high 8 maybe. It would be the max I would give it.
I think I like Rumble a lot more than probably the average player. So I think they're probably like a 9.5. But I think most Super Sugo Fest, if like like they're all really good. I don't know. I think this unit's a really good unit as a whole, but I think once again, like this is probably gonna be the running joke for like at least like a little while, but it would be like the lack of support for tags is still pretty.
Oh my god,
is pretty crazy. Like it's a cool concept, but the fact that there is minimal support and old units probably should be updated with tags. That's probably where the game lacks. Like if they did like a massive release like one day, like we've updated 500 units with new tags, like I think the whole game would be fucking crazy. But yeah,
I don't think it's really that fucking hard. Like
no,
seriously, like even like with the most recent stuff with Dragon, like what they should have done is like when Dragon Suga comes out, they just do a wave of like, by the way, here's a bunch of like old units that are Rev Army that don't have tags yet, and then here's a bunch of level limit break buffs for these Rev Army units.
Yep.
Like, it's really not that fucking hard. Like, yeah, I get it. It's overwhelming to do so many characters at once, but if you just do small waves every time a new batch comes out, like, that's the best way to do it, because if you release a bunch of like Rev Army units with great tags, great level limit breaks, that's going to incentivize people to pull for that new unit as well. And they just don't fucking do it. I don't get it.
No, absolutely right. Like, I think it's just a lot of probably a lot of like manual data entry, but I'm sure there's ways to automate it as well. Like, that's the funny part, right? But yeah, I think a lot of these characters, because they're so tag focused these days, are gonna suffer a lot for a long while, and then depending on what they do with the tag system will really like make a lot of these older units shine again in that space too. But without further ado, though, let's move to the big boys. Newgate, Shiki, and Linlin. Rocks Pirates, man. Holy. This is a fucking crazy legend as well. These guys are
this
really
legend's
good.
really fun. Really fun legend.
Shout out the Gold Line Pirates in the tags. Like, where are they? Where are you? You got
Gold
Raid,
Shikis.
you got Raid Shiki, Gold. You got Legend Shiki. There you go. Like, that's so funny. Yeah, take it away. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, Rocks Pirate seems like definitely the better of the two. At least specifically in normal content, his character looks really strong. I love the fact that they are boosting Strength Striker Powerhouse, so you got access to some pretty good characters there. And then you also, because Big Mom is a part of the unit, there's going to be some recovery or similar slot mechanic, and this character has very, very good similar slot mechanics. And then also the fact that if you have like the action special and you perform excellent, it goes up to a 7.8 times captain with a striker.
Yep.
And then if the character has one of the tags of Rocks, Paramecia, Big Mom, Whitebeard, or Golden Lion, you get a further 1.1, whatever it is, up to 8.58 times attack
that's
boost.
fucked. Like, can we talk about that for a second, man? What the hell? That's so...
What the hell?
There's so much. Hey, Flame, you hear, man?
I mean...
What are your thoughts on that shit, brother?
On an 8.58 times attack boost.
8.58 X attack boost for a captain ability.
Shit, take it away.
I mean,
that's fucked, bro. That's cooked, man. What
it sounds crazy, and it is, but I mean, you have to jump through 5 different hoops to get it.
Yeah,
because it has to be a striker unit that is one of those tags in order to actually get it. So even though they boost Strength Striker Powerhouse, only strikers of those tags get the actual major buff. So it's pretty restricted, but the fact that they're capable of reaching that is just crazy to begin with. I mean, all we need is a Zoro Sanji unit for strikers, right? And then we're just golden.
Dude, don't even...
GG.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Wait, are there any class-changing units for strikers? Because if so, we're cooking.
There actually isn't, I believe.
Ooh, okay. So there's a niche in the market there. I like it. Sorry, Flame, I cut you off. What was the vibe?
Nah, I was gonna say I'm sure there's some combination of units you can mix together to get like a good like final tap, like last attack for a striker unit with that buff to do some like really crazy numbers.
I mean, that's probably like
crazy.
That's probably the strategy, right? Like at the end of the day, like if your final tap character or your rush character benefits from the 8.58, like you're set. You don't have to have everyone necessarily benefit from it, because like the majority of the damage is coming from that final tap. It's coming from that rush. It's coming from something like that. So that's actually a really good point. But damn, 8.58, like this is like when remember when Nami and Robin came out? They had a 6x attack boost when you had empty slots?
Yeah.
That was fucked, man, at that point in time.
This is like not really too similar, but kind of like in a way, like that setup would remind me of like back in the day, like a Log Luffy team where like the good grade is like, nobody cares about those first 2 hits. It's like the last like couple hits, that's where it's like really battering.
It was like similar to like, what was that gear? It was like the gear 3 unit or whatever it was. We had to hit like 3 things like that. Or it was GGP as well. Sorry, but
no, the gear 3 was all perfect.
Yeah,
and
that's
Log
it.
Luffy
Yeah, Log
good
Luffy's
grade,
good, perfect.
Shout out to
with high numbers.
Yes.
But then it doesn't. It keeps going.
Yeah,
though.
that's what I'm saying. Though it doesn't stop.
They keep getting better and better.
They actually do.
So then, they also, if the enemy puts up Rainbow Shield, they set it to 0. So that's cool. Just forget Rainbow Shield. And then they have this really cool effect where if you have a full team of strikers and you're at 20% health or below, the next special you launch will immediately give your crew 80% damage reduction for 1 turn and 100% HP guard.
100%. That's cool.
Holy shit.
For 3 turns, imagine that on a Super Boss Kazuna, where you burst over 2 turns.
Rush.
You max rush on turn 1.
And you don't have to worry about burn, poison, pain debuff.
Like, and then you have a turn 2 burst where you can do the exact same thing. Like,
and the fact that they give the damage reduction, so you can abuse damage reduction based attack boost. And we know
Yamato
there's a pretty good striker. There's a pretty good striker that can do it.
Yamato says, "What's up?" Like, what are we fucking talking about, man? It's fucking cool.
Yeah, this captain ability goes fucking bonkers.
Dude, I mean, it's so cool.
But they don't give cooldown. They don't give cooldown, so trash.
Trash unit. I agree. But I told you, you're in the boosted meta, you fucking idiot. Doesn't matter if you don't get cooldown. But no, and even like to add on other things, can't be blown away. It makes strength recovery and Sembler all beneficial. Like, that's really good sailor ability just alone.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get into like their
God,
their special. Sorry, it's so
oh
good.
My god, their special
goes
even
it's so good.
Crazier. So they get striker territory for 3 turns. That's always nice to have.
Yep.
And then we get removing 6 turns of the max chain attack down. So that's just a neat little buff.
That's a great
They
buff.
also remove 3 turns of damage nullification, because why the fuck not?
Why the fuck not?
And then change all right column slots into tandem and left column slots into Semler. We love that.
So you get your super tandems, you get your recovery, you get your benefits, like, all very good.
And then they also provide an orb boost for Strength Striker Powerhouse up to 4.5 when you tap excellent for your action special.
But Todd, what happens if you have an orb boost?
Oh, yeah, if you already have an orb boost, then what will you do? Well, luckily, with their special, it says if you already have an orb boost, you can get a 2 times set target status for your Striker and Powerhouse characters. Just 2 times free damage for your Striker Powerhouse, because why not?
Set target is so fucked as an ability as well, man. It's so good, dude.
And I love the fact that then their EX Super allows you to perform a Super Tandem with your Recovery and Sembler slots for 3 turns. So even if the Tandem slots are, like, you can't abuse them for some whatever reason, or like the enemy reduces damage against them, you can use your Sembler slots instead.
And 10 turns of slot bind, because, why not?
And a 50% striker resistance to give you 1.5 more damage for free.
It's so fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that's cooked.
This character is just Unga Bunga, do as much damage as you can, and then don't worry about like getting damaged on the clapback because you got damage reduction and HP guard.
I think like this unit is like just... This is like a Zoro Sanji. In my opinion, right now, I'll see you in 3 months' time, might be different. But we're maybe encroaching on a Zoro Sanji.
If we get more striker support, like if we get stuff that can change classes to striker, it's a fucking wrap. Over.
It's a fucking wrap. This is the best legend in the game. But you are right. It's a big caveat. Strikers need help. Strikers need a lot of help. We've got a decent amount of stuff, but we need changing. We need something that changes.
The crazy
classes.
thing is the synergy this character has with that versus Law character is so insane.
Yeah, that's a good shout actually. Yep.
Because versus Law, since he came out, he's like on paper he is a very good legend, but there's just been no support for strikers at all.
Yeah.
So versus Law, for those who don't know how this all works, like versus Law, for most of his abilities to work, you need a full team of strikers, and the cool thing about his abilities, where it says that like if you have an orb boost, you get an attack boost instead. And of course, this character gives you an orb boost. Rox Pirates gives an orb boost. So Law can give you an attack boost, but he also gives you overhealing buff. And then one of the conditions for the Rox Pirates, you need an overheal buff to trigger it. So that's sick. So that just automatically works. So you don't even need to fulfill the character requirement. So that's massive. And then Law also says you can switch your middle right character to the captain and give them 20 turns of cooldown, which allows you to use the special of Rox Pirates again to get the set target status after you get the orb boost.
Let him
like,
know.
What
Let him
the
know.
hell?
Let him know. Like, it's... Yeah, that's fucked. That's so
so strikers are like they're almost there. They are almost there. And this character also has Super Tandem boost as well.
Yes, Super Tandem boost.
For Paramecia. So in order to trigger it, it needs to be a striker character, any striker with a Super Tandem. So it's pretty free. There's not many good ones, but there's a couple.
Yep.
And then it gives the buff to Paramecia, Big Mom, Whitebeard, and Golden Lion Pirates. And then if they're Rox Pirates, they get a further buff. So it's relatively limited, but there are a decent amount of good Paramecia strikers.
Yeah.
And then again, any more Big Mom, Whitebeard, or Golden Lion strikers, look out for them in the future if they drop, because it's going to be a really nice buff for this unit.
You know what I'm noticing with their special? Has nothing to do with tags. That's why it's probably so fucking broken. in that sense.
That is true.
Which I guess like is kind of a good and a bad thing in some degree, because you want the new tag system to like flourish and be really good, but like right now, like as we said just before, the tag system doesn't really benefit that much at the moment. So even like for example, their Super Tandem boost, like there's no Golden Lion pirates. Let's start off with that part. Like there are Whitebeard pirates, there are Big Mom pirates, there are Paramecia, there are Rocks pirates, I guess, but like at the moment, that's where it's struggling, where it's like you don't get the most benefit out of the tags at this point in time. So having a special that doesn't rely on tags to some degree is what makes them so much better.
Yeah, it definitely helps out. Like, it would imagine if you had to like try and build a team out, like, because the other condition for the EX Super, you need 3 of the units on their list, which is honestly really tough to fulfill, considering the list of units that are on there. Another cool thing about this unit is that because it's considered a Whitebeard and a Big Mom, you get access to some very good supports.
Oh yeah, broken.
Yeah, it's
Perispero
really
says
good.
What's up? You know, like he's there.
Perispero, Otama, the Legend Otama.
Yeah, dude, Otama's so good.
Like, yeah, there's Whitebeard's got like Izo and Akiku. Like, there's some great ones.
Josie supports, attack. Like, there's a lot there.
Yeah,
I totally forgot Dr. Indigo and Commander Scarlet there as well. That's cool.
Those fucking dweebs.
Dude, I think
they're not strikers, unfortunately.
There's a Dr. Indigo like unit. They got like a mad good level limit break, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
like, that guy was fucking.
He is very good.
But not. I think they're not strikers, though, as you said. So kind of lame. Rumble ability. What are the thoughts? What's the vibe?
This is a very fucking weird unit in Rumble with the way that they kind of work, because you would ideally want to run them in a mono striker team. They have this really weird effect in their special, which says that they give your Egghead teammates a 3x counter. So that's kind of odd.
What the hell?
But on top of that, they're giving all your strikers an attack buff. They also do 5,000 fixed damage to all enemies, which is pretty decent. And then if you have the 6 strikers, you target 2 enemies for half defense, and then you target 2 low defense enemies for 5 times damage. This character goes hard. Very powerful special. When I first read it, I thought, okay, that's like fine, but like the damage doesn't go through defense or anything. But nah, believe you me, it does a lot of damage.
It does a lot of fucking damage. Yep, I agree.
And then provide counter for Eggheads, because why not? And their Rumble ability is also pretty solid too, giving HP, defense, and speed increase level 7.
Yep.
And they also give, if you have 6 strikers on your team, all enemies get level 5 attack down, because why not?
Yep.
And then a little bit of crit and guard up, which is pretty redundant for the Egghead units. But overall, like another really solid unit for the striker team for sure. I'm not really a big fan of their Grand Party effect,
neither am I,
to be honest.
I'm rereading it now, and it's like,
I'll have to have a look. It does kind of remind me of the Whitebeard and Ace burst now that I look at it.
Yeah.
Probably not as good maybe, but
way more accessible though, right? 12 times taking damage 12 times is like free.
Very easily activatable.
And then in any, because I think like this unit will be really good in like those Grand Party seasons where it's like strength units, strength Grand Party leaders get +2 uses or whatever.
Oh yeah, this will be cracked.
Then it's a wrap, right? Like this unit's gonna use pop, no worries. But otherwise,
the GP leader also gives a CT increase to strength. So if you want to run a really powerful strength team, this is going to be the very good leader for that.
I like it. I think it's a good. I think this might be the best legend of 11th Anni.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
I think
I still like Kizaru more personally. I just love that guy, but I respect it because this character is pretty.
Is this
cracked.
a safe space? Is this a safe space amongst friends?
I would say so.
I think Luffy's Orosanji is the worst legend in 11th Anni.
Oh, that is the hottest take I think they're the worst legend.
I think they're the worst legend in 11th Anni, dude. I think they're fucking ass, bro. In comparison, they're not exciting. Wow. There's nothing exciting about him whatsoever.
I mean, I feel like they're probably. The thing is I do still think they're going to see play as friend captains in like super bosses because super tandem boost just gives you so much damage. Like
they're the ultimate wingman. You know what I mean? Like they're good as a friend captain because you don't want to bring them on your captain. You don't want to bring them on your crew because it's like I lose Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji as units. Shit.
Yeah,
you know? But
you're right.
In the previous super boss, having them as like a friend captain. And then being able to run Zoro Sanji, and then Quick Luffy, it was like, okay, Quick Luffy's now doing 200 trillion damage in the final tap. You know, they're really strong in that sense. But I'm like, yeah, I don't really care for them. No, you like, that's all right.
That's fair. That's honestly a good call.
What's the vibe though? I had 10 for Rocks Pirates, NSL.
I think this unit is really good. I've been thinking about it too, because people have been asking me like, oh, where would you put these characters on the tier list? Like, is this character like approaching that top 5? I don't know. At the moment, I think it's because the striker class doesn't have enough support yet.
Yep.
I don't think they're like approaching that top 5, but I feel like this character is like on paper one of the most insane legends that has ever come out.
Yep.
I think I would give this character easily like either low 9s to mid 9s.
Yeah, I agree. I think, as we've said a million times, and we probably will say a lot more going forward as well, as soon as tags get fleshed out, more units have tags, all these legends will just start getting better and better and better over time as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, things like Roger Rayleigh Gaban, and this unit, like, will get so much better when tags start getting a bit more fleshed out in that capacity. But until then, I still think it's like that mid to, I think for me, it's more mid to high 9s. I love this legend. I think it's a really good character in the long run.
Let's see. Need a new striker, Mr. Slam Jam, to come out and give some support, maybe.
Okay, now we're good.
Using his mochi, he can transform everyone into strikers. Oh,
I'm down, dude. That's fun shit, man. I like it. Give me some creative stuff
shout
like that.
Shout out to Zmart, by the way. I got something very interesting to talk about when we get to Dragon. Actually,
Ooh, okay.
Zmart gave me a really good idea.
Before we get to that, quickly, I want to touch on. You know what? I'll leave that. That doesn't matter. I'll leave that for in other news stuff. 6+ Koala and Sabo.
Nice art.
Did I hear you whisper Flames? Nice art in the background there. Dude was like, nice art. Head ass. Boy, if you don't get your fucking pickle chin, what the fuck?
I mean,
they're a legend.
The crazy thing is the artwork is their best upgrade in the whole kit.
Shut up, man. That's so mean, but so true.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's really not much to discuss with Sabo and Koala. What a fucking disappointment.
How do they? I am wanting to understand. How do they keep fucking it up? Like, come on, dog. This was a good
really
character. This was a really good character. Sabo Koala were really good, man. How do you fuck it up? What are we doing here?
Yeah. It's really, really rough.
So stupid.
I mean, they've given them the ability to remove special bind now with their kit. I guess that's pretty neat.
Whoa,
pretty neat buff, I suppose.
Whoa, dude. Damn. That's cool.
They made it so that the color affinity, and I'm not sure if the attack boost as well, but basically they can get like 3 turns of affinity now. And they also change adjacent slots to recovery with their switch effect. That's just kind of interesting.
Yeah, man, that's cool, dude.
The captain ability is essentially the same, just with bigger numbers. It's basically untouched.
It's so fucking lame. It's so lame.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, there's such a good character. It's like another L for these dual unit 6+, man.
Remember when Sabo and Koala came out? That unit was like arguably like best legend in the game.
Absolutely. It was the because was it Luffy?
The Lucci treasure map.
Was it Luffy Law that was the Anni legend? Was it? Or,
yeah, they came out. Yeah, so Sabo Koala came out right after Luffy Law.
So Sabo and Koala started the trend of when like back in the day, whatever the Anni legend was, the legend after that was just better every single time without fail.
I remember that. Yeah,
because I think it was them, and then the following year was that, where was it here? I'm trying to. No, maybe it wasn't the following. I remember, when did like Sabo and Ace come out? Because I remember that was the exact same thing, right?
Ooh, that was the final tabs, I think.
Yeah, because that was the exact same thing that happened, where it was like the final tab legends came out, and they're like, here's Kazuna, Sabo, and Ace, and they're like the best legend of the game. Like they were just so good. And you're like, okay, that's cool, man. Like that was so. Yeah, there you go, Sabo and Ace there. And I think the year before that, what was it? It was Kaido versus Big Mom was probably better than Luffy, Sanji, Sweet Commanders, and Germa. To be honest with you.
Definitely.
There was kind of started a trend for a little couple years there, and they were the first ones to do it. Yeah, it's a shame. Another like 6+, you're like, shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know, that could have been a lot better. But I mean, like, it's a free unit. It's going to be given out to everyone in Rumble. You know, another free legend for people, which is cool. And hopefully they see some sort of value at some point, other than being just a boosted legend. But unfortunately, that looks to be the case.
Yeah, bit of a snooze.
And I guess to wrap us up here, The after party. Who's ready for the after party?
Man, that was some left field shit that
After
came out of nowhere.
party, guys. After party.
Bro, I was literally at my computer desk. I was like almost half asleep at my desk, ready to go to bed. I look over at the Discord and I see a picture of fucking Dragon. I'm like, wait, what the hell is going on?
I remember.
And yeah, lo and behold,
I was in a meeting, and I came out of the meeting, and I checked like Discord, and I saw like Dragon. And I was like, oh fuck, here we go. This guy better be fucking broken as shit. And I was like, oh no, he's not really that good on paper, at least.
yeah. I mean, again, it's the whole tag system.
Yep.
Again,
he gets and then Ginny. Like, also, I want to shout out Treasure Cruise for lying to us as well. I mean, that's not new.
Yeah.
That's not new at all, but fucking the fact that Ginny was listed as a Sugafest exclusive character, and then in game she's actually a Kazuna legend. Like, what the fuck? That's so stupid. Just call her a Kazuna legend on the website. What's the point of fucking lying? Like, just say it. Man.
Yeah.
It's not that deep. That was really lame. Now she's Kazuna. I was like, okay, that just makes me less incentivized to pull on that banner. And mind you, that banner, straight fucking detritus. That is probably one of the worst anniversary-related banners I've ever seen in my entire life. That banner is deplorable. Ass. You have literally, you have Dragon. On part 1, you have Dragon, and then you have Cross Guild, great legend. No disrespect to Cross Guild, they're great legend. But then you have 4 Kazuna legends, and then you have like, 14 regular ass legends? Like, dog, what the hell?
And mind you, the Kazuna legends they chose were pretty cheeks as well, to be honest.
Bro. Dragon and Croc, who I forgot that they were a legend. Let alone fucking put in the
like what they put like fucking Ein and like who else is it? I don't even remember.
On Dragon's part, it's Robin Chopper, it's S Snake, not bad. Vegapunk, and then fucking Croc and Dragon. Like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, Croc and Dofi.
Croc and Dofi, I think it's Dragon, sorry. And then, then on part 2, the anniversary exclusives are fucking Roger and Blackbeard. Like, okay.
I mean, but Roger's literally the best legend on the entire banner.
And then you have fucking the Kazuna legends, a Ginny, fucking Shaka and his jabronis are just trash. Chopper, trash. Ein, trash. What the fuck? Like...
It's deplorable.
The only saving grace on that banner is the fact that part 2 has Lilith and Usopp, because they're a great Rumble legend, and Strength Uta, again, great Rumble legend. Yeah. Otherwise, everything is ass, bro. Oh my god.
Because what they did with the banner is they made it go back to a 10% red rate, and they also only made it so there's 20 available legends. They should have just made it like keep it at 15 and then bump it up to 30 legends like the normal banners, and then put more Anni and Kizuna legends on it, like to at least add more value to it. But with the way that they've structured it, there's no value.
What do you mean, man? There's not a token of our appreciation for this Sigo Fest.
Oh my god,
it's only 10%.
I fucking Kobe commented that on my video, and I just died when I read that. I'm like, yeah, he's right. There's no token of our appreciation.
Flame, have you seen that shit, man?
No, I haven't.
So this is gonna break your brain. So on all of the anniversary banners, they've been saying, so this is the one for the most recent like God Valley banner, right? They say, as a token of our appreciation, 11th Anni Super Sugo Fest God Valley incident is underway with a Sugo rare characters having a 15% chance to appear! Exclamation point. What do you mean?
As a token of their appreciation, we appreciate it. Yeah,
we're doing the same thing as every time. Nothing changed. Like, what's happening, man? Holy!
They have to reiterate it for you.
Yeah, make sure that we know that it's a big effort for them to put 15% red rate, but then have 30 legends, so it's the exact same chance of pulling a red either way. You fuckos. Yep. Nothing changes, man. Holy. Yeah, the banner is actual fucking detritus, though. You should not pull. I know Dragon debut, it's cool, but for like most, if I'm not pulling, I'm not touching this a 10-foot pole. Like, not in the fucking slider. I could care fucking less. Even if Dragon's the best legend in the game, I'm not touching this shit. I've done well above my remit of gems for this anniversary as a whole.
What's Dragon's attack animation? Would they give him?
He's
like
just
a pause?
staring there menacingly. I don't know, bro. I think Todd, you commented on it, right? The special animation. He'd just be fucking standing there doing jack shit. Like he's not doing nothing, man.
Yeah, he just stands there.
He'd
That's
just
all
be
he does.
standing there, bro. What's he doing?
I haven't seen what he's tap like when you tap on him. Like, what does he do? I assume he stands there, and then Kuma and Ivankov will jump in
Yeah,
and do the attack.
that's the caveat part. It's a Kuma legend
that's
and it's
ass.
Ivankov legend as well.
That's ass.
Yeah, it's not solo Dragon. It's Dragon, Ivankov, and Kuma.
It's so
And
fun.
the reason why they did it is so they don't have to go back to old legends and add Dragon to their list of like EX Super and Tandem requirements. That's my
good-
tinfoil hat theory on why they did it.
Good point. That's a good theory.
It has to be.
That's
Yeah.
a really good theory. Oh my god. Anyway, okay. Do you want to start with Ginny or do you want to start with Dragon?
Let's
Oh no,
let's do
fuck,
Dragon.
fuck Ginny, man.
What?
We just have a quick chat about her. But let's go Dragon. What's happening, man? Talk to me, Todd.
The Dragon, he's interesting. He doesn't do a lot as a captain, but essentially his attack boost is way less compared to all the other Anni stuff that's come out recently. It's only a 5.25 times attack and then a further 1.1 to Rev Army units, so it ends up being like 5.775.
Yep.
And the whole thing about Dragon is that if you have 5 Rev Army units on your team, then you bypass defensive effects with your normal attack.
Now-
So he's like a Sulong carrot kind of thing.
Now, Todd, let me ask you a question here real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it has to be a cerebral character.
Yeah, he's a cerebral captain. I forgot to mention that.
Has to be a Rev Army character.
That's right.
How many characters fit that bill?
I think there's only around 10. And out of those 10,
How many
I
are
think-
usable? In that
Out of those 10, I think like 3 or 4 of them are Sabos.
oh my days.
So yeah, that puts you in a bit of a pickle, doesn't it?
Oh my god, this is so
Well, I think if you
bad.
count Ginny, it's actually 11. I
Okay,
think.
very cool, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, of course.
Yep, that's really cool, man.
So overall,
Fucking
yeah,
hell.
that's where the big issue is if you build your team in a way to make sure that you're doing that damage through defensive effects, your team is going to be cheeks because there's no good cerebral Rev Army units that you can actively use. There are some, but not enough to make a good team.
Yep.
And that's really the crux of this unit, is that he doesn't do a lot as a captain, but the thing that he aims to do is very hard to achieve because there's not enough good units in the tag.
Yep, that's it.
As for the rest of his kit, though, it is interesting. His special does do defense reduction through immunity, which is always cool to see. It also removes a bunch of threshold. And then if you've got a full cerebral team, he swaps your middle left character to the captain for 1 turn, which is a very, very weird effect.
Yep.
But if you do that, it also does 2.25 times increased damage taken through
Ooh.
immunity.
Damn.
So-
okay, yep.
That's pretty nice. And then also, if you have 3 or more Rev armies on the team when you launch the special, it allows you to get double stacking conditional boosts for 1 turn.
Okay, okay. So this guy's a
So,
Robin.
he's
This
good.
guy's Robin. This guy is a very
Yeah.
good Robin. Interesting.
His EX Super allows you to get the conditional boost, but unfortunately you can't use the EX Super as a sub, so you have to use him. Well, I guess you can technically if you have a full cerebral team, because then you can put him in the middle left. He'll switch himself to the captain, and then you can use his EX Super to remove the captain swap.
I like it.
But-
I like it.
In order to use the EX Super, you need 3 of his listed units on the crew, which I mean, if you're going to build his team, you need the Rev armies anyway, so I guess it does kind of make sense.
Dude, the saving grace there is Robin and Luffy. Let's be real with ourselves here. There's the fact that Robin and Luffy are in the EX, like, that's such
Yeah,
a big benefit.
it helps that there's like there are a couple of like really
Yeah,
good characters you
yeah.
can use, like Robin Koala, obviously fantastic.
Oh, yep. Good point. Yep.
The new Sabo Koala, I guess, is fine. Morley Karasu, which came out earlier on in the year,
Yes,
could be
yes.
used with them very
Yep.
well.
Mhm.
But it's the fact that there's just not enough good units to use with him to make full use of his abilities. One thing that is kind of interesting is that the EX Super also gives you 5 turns of tap timing bonus damage, which you read that and you think, why the hell does he do that? New Year's Sabo says that when you launch his special, if you have 5 turns
There
of
you
tap
go.
timing, then
Yep.
you get 1.5 chain multiplicative for 2 turns, I think it is.
Yep. Okay.
So they had the other characters in mind.
There's some
and stuff, so
synergy
it's
involved. Yeah,
interesting.
absolutely.
Mhm.
But even like, I mean, to be fair, Super Tender Boost isn't bad as well. Like when it's a Rev Army,
Yeah.
from Super Tandem, you get level 7 on a Rev Army level 4 and AK, which is pretty good.
Mhm.
The support's kind of good, but it's only on Rev armies, which I guess isn't actually that bad. Oh, Dex Rev army, sorry, as well, so it's even less people.
Yeah.
Um,
It's interesting.
yeah, look, I don't know, man. What was the secret sauce here from Zmart, or was that the Sabo?
Oh, right. So the fact is you need to run a full cerebral team, and they need to be Rev Army.
Yep.
Now, at the moment, if you have a look at like the list of characters on the EX Super, so there's a lot of Sabo representation. Koala, there's a lot of koalas that don't have their tags yet.
Yep.
Inazuma doesn't really have much. We have more like Karasu. There's not really much Lindbergh, but Bello Betty was the interesting thing. On the stream the other day, Zmart mentioned, like, wouldn't it be cool if there was a Bello Betty legend that had an ability to change everyone into a Revolutionary Army tag?
I like
How
that
she, like,
concept.
How she, you know, how the way that she works with her devil fruit, how she can
Yep.
pump people up and they
Yep.
can rise up.
Yep.
Like that
Yep.
would be sick, to change everyone to a Rev Army, and then you just run a full cerebral team with this guy, and then that could work.
I think even just
I
as
think
a
that'd be
concept
sick.
in general, like having it, so obviously swapping classes is disgustingly broken, right?
Yep.
But is it that broken to add tags to a character for a turn? Like, maybe?
Depends how like adding the right tag with like the Rocks Pirates could be actually kind of
But
disgusting.
I think, like, low key, that's a
Yeah.
really good ability. Like,
Yeah,
being able to, like,
for sure.
add a tag to a character for that turn or for 2 turns or whatever it is. That's a really good concept idea. I like that a lot, especially with Bella Betty.
and then it would make
that'd be really
it'd make the
interesting.
Super Tandem boost work for everyone too.
Yes,
That'd be
exactly
so
right.
strong.
There'd be a lot of synergy that involves it. I like it. That's a good idea. That's a really, really good idea.
Yeah.
What
That'd
about
be really cool.
Anything notable in the Rumble field? At
Oh
all?
my god. Their Rumble kit is really good.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
Yep.
The thing is like, it's an anniversary exclusive, so getting investments for this character is going to be rough. This does have a Rumble, like a Super Rumble special as well, which is really cool. But this unit is mainly used as a supporter style unit. So when the special launches, it does a little bit of damage, nothing notable. But then if you have a full team of cerebral or free spirit characters, then your whole team gets a 20% CT reduction, and all enemies get a 20% delay, and then all your Rev Army teammates are hasted to the top of the order. So being able to delay, give reduction, and then haste that's so strong. It's a very, very strong mechanic. It's kind of like Strength Kobe, but like on crack for
Dude,
for cerebral free spirit.
Hasting is a really good Rumble mechanic. Like, it's really
Haste on
broken and
top of
powerful.
CT reduction is
it's
so
cooked.
good.
It's so cooked.
Yeah.
You are right though. Like, getting them to that level. I think what I'm not liking about Rumble Super Specials is the fact that it's either level 1 or level 5. Like, there's no like progression to some degree. Like, so it's either like there's no value you having obviously there is value in the grand scheme of things holistically, but like there is no value in you having a level limit break 4 dragon unit because you're just not going to benefit from that Rumble special. So I think that's where I think RSS falls off a little bit. But if you can get them to level limit break 5, which is why units like any like regular batch legend like Christmas Utar, Usopp Lilith, that kind of stuff, getting them to like level limit break 5 completely changes the game entirely. Like, they just become so much more powerful because of it. But over time, again, if you're able to get dupes, which is a fucked thing to talk about for an anniversary exclusive character, they're going to be really, really strong. Really, really, really strong over time as well.
Yeah, so they're going to be a strong unit, and then like their Super Rumble special when it does launch, especially if you get the max investment, like that max investment special is just, oh my god, it's one of the most broken specials in the game. It reduces all of your teammates by 40% and delay all enemies by 40%, and then haste all teammates regardless of tags.
Yeah, it's fucked. Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah, that is disgusting. And then their Rumble ability is also good. Free Spirit, Cerebral, Attack, Speed, HP up. And then if you have a full team of those Cerebral or Free Spirit characters, all enemies get level 6 defense down. They also negate Force Out and Action Bind on themselves too.
I like the fact that their Rumble ability doesn't involve tags there. It's just Free Spirit and Cerebral, so it's so much more accessible. I also hate the fact in their Rumble ability it says Free Spirit / Cerebral teammates at the start, and then in the midway point it says Cerebral / Free Spirit teammates. They flipped it.
Yep.
For whatever fucking reason. Just
That's,
more work.
that is odd.
More work for them, which is great. Shout out Bandai for the one time, man. I guess as a whole, does this do Dragon as service as his debuting legend in OPTC after 11 years?
Absolutely not.
There we go. That's all I need to hear.
Yeah. It's
This is the Kuma treatment.
It is underwhelming.
The
Yeah.
exact same thing as when Kuma released as a legend. Everyone was like, that's not fun.
Yeah.
That's not good at
Yeah,
all.
it's disappointing. And at the end of the day, this is like a flashback version of Dragon,
Of course,
Ivankov,
yeah.
and Kuma. So it's not current day Dragon, which I think we could definitely still see one in the future at some point. But as it stands right now, yeah, it's just extremely disappointing.
Also, they should just stop with ink effects. I want to say that as well. Like,
There's so many bad ones.
if you're not going to make an effort to make them, like, good, don't fucking bother with them. Because their ink effect is actually fucking ass, and Ginny's is probably the worst ink effect we've ever gotten for a new character, period. Not that it should matter. Like, ink effects is such a minute thing to be upset about, but hey, that's my fucking shtick, is being pissed off at everything in Treasure Cruise. But, like, there's really no value in getting somebody to, like, in the art department to make an ink effect for them that is just pure detritus. Like, don't even fucking bother. Like, it's just, there's no fucking point, man. Holy. Flame, what are your thoughts on dragging these nuts, mate?
Shit, man.
That's
Gotta pull him first of his kind.
You gotta pull him is a
Must pull.
fucked thing to say. That's cooked, bro. Don't say that.
Think about it. When's he coming back?
I'll see you at half Annie in fucking like October, dude. Fuck that, man. I'm not pulling.
No, I mean like when are we gonna?
when are we getting on the Dragon Legend? Yeah, probably at fucking 20th anniversary, man. When all of us are fucking 45 years old, dude. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. Okay. Do you want to give Ginny a fucking time slot here, or what do you want to do?
Nah, not really. Ginny,
Just because you're in a legend, you pull her, you don't. Don't fucking care. Like, that's the.
I mean, the only real use case for her is she's going to be used with like the Rev Armor units. That's basically it. She does have a super tandem, which is kind of interesting, but the super tandem is bad. The way that they structured it is like her super tandem is terrible, and you actually get your damage from the super tandem boost. That's basically how they did it.
That's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's so fucking stupid. What the fuck? Okay, let's move on swiftly from that. I guess let's do it. Like, we've done it a few times now, but I guess now that 11th Annie is pretty much over, Todd, what are your? I guess like we'll just go around the grounds or just have a brief conversation about final thoughts on Annie. What were the good, the bad, the ugly? Like, how do we rank it against other anniversaries? Like, what's the current vibe?
It's an interesting one. I definitely think it's far from the worst anniversary we've had. I think this has actually been a pretty solid Annie, all things considered.
Yeah.
The amount of free gems and events that we've had, I think, has actually been very respectable. I think that the unit selection is acceptable. It's fine.
Yep.
And I think unit design is also like fine. There's definitely been some home runs, and there's definitely been some terrible ones as well. So I think overall that's kind of okay. You're never going to have like a home run with every single character that you bring out, which is fine. I think that overall, I think the best anniversary that we had was probably the 10th Annie. I don't think that there's much debate on that one. I think 10th Annie, in terms of unit quality, because every unit that came out for the 10th Annie was god tier.
Yep.
And
Still is.
And still, that's right. Yeah, still is. That's wild to say, actually.
Yeah.
So
they're
I
getting
think
better, actually, now that I think about it. They're actually just
true.
getting
Whenever
better.
they bring out more support, yeah,
it's getting way better. It's so
and the fact that they're rushes, you can tap one on as the first or the last tap, and then all of them have like crazy utility on top of doing great damage. Like they knew what the hell they were doing there. So overall, I think that this anniversary has been great. Definitely not the best. Far from the worst. I think I don't know where I'd rank it against other anniversaries. I definitely think 10th is number one for sure. But then after that, I don't know.
At least in recent times, I think 10th Annie. The last like 5 years, I think 10th anniversary is the best Annie we've had.
8th anniversary where they introduced super tandems. That was also a very good anniversary.
Yep.
Like super tandem Luffy, super tandem Kaido, Ace Yamato, the waifus. Like that Sugo Fest was actually really strong.
I think you listed it as 10th is better than 8th. So 10th, 8th, 11th, and 9th.
Yeah, 9th anniversary was rough because Luffy Yamato was so bad.
Such a good, cool character, cool idea, but like such a shit overall.
And that blitz battle. Oh
And
no.
that blitz battle ruined everything. I think I agree with you. Everything you've said, obviously. I don't really often disagree with you, actually. But like, I think what is my issue is the character order. That's what I kind of got a bit gypped with. Like, imagine.
I guess there's
imagine
just one other
go. Sorry.
minor thing.
Yeah.
Is the overall, I think the anniversary would have been far more successful if the tag function was implemented properly. I guess that was like the final thing I wanted to mention as well, because
Yes.
I think if you had the tags implemented properly and they gave buffs to the right characters, like Saturn would have been a much smoother release, and that would have and even Dragon as well would have been a much smoother release if they gave the right characters the right tags and then gave like buffs to older units to make the new tag and the new system more relevant.
Mhm.
That's what I would have loved to have seen. If they did that and like they made like Saturn crazy good with like the Celestial Dragon characters getting buffs, and then they got like Rev Army units, made them all God tier units, so Dragon actually works really well. If they did that, this might be like legit close to 10th Annie, but
yeah,
they missed there, unfortunately.
No, I agree. I think my issue was the release order of characters. I think it would be so much cool. Imagine if part 1 of Annie was Kizaru and Saturn. Just immediately, that's a crazy start to anniversary.
Yeah, having to wait for the Saturn release felt really bad.
And then part 2, Luffy, Zoro Sanji, and Bonnie.
And Nami as well.
And then Nami as well in that part. So you get a bit more bolstering. And then part 3 stays. I think God Valley was great. Great segmentation for that part. I think a Garling would have probably been a better choice as a whole.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm glad that Bonnie was a regular legend, not a fucking anniversary exclusive. That
definitely
a big save. Nami being an exclusive, yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. She's obviously really good, but like again, probably shouldn't be. And then obviously ending with this ending on a fucking Kazuna banner is kind of cringe. It's so lame. With Dragon's release is just so mid.
We'll see. You never know. Maybe the end of month banner will also be a after party. We'll
fucking
see.
Do not say that. Let's go back to.
They'll just keep doing after party until One Piece Day.
Honestly, just give me memories of Straw Hats again for like 3 months, and then I'm good, bro.
I never want to go through that again. That was so bad.
That was the legendary content drought of 2024.
I don't get how they come off of the best anniversary they ever made, and then arguably one of the worst celebrations in Treasure Cruise history straight after it. It was Whiplash, and honestly, because of what they did, they lost so many players during that time. It was so bad.
I think also what I forgot is that we had like 3 Zoros release like at the start of anniversary as well.
Yeah, that was rough too.
That was fucking stupid. That's just stupid, like idiotic, right? Like so dumb.
Yep.
It's like it's just cannibalistic mentality for the game. It's three Zoro legends. Like obviously 2 of them are 6+, but one's a brand new one. Like what do you want me to do here? You know what I mean? Like it's a fucking stupid system as a whole. Super Tandem Boost is a fine mechanic. I think as it goes, I think Super Tandem Boost is fine. I think over time it'll get better as the tag system improves. And Super Tandem Boost is more or less just more damage, free damage output if you meet the requirements for the tag system. The other thing was Assault Rumble came out at 11th Annie. I think Assault Rumble is. I had like a draft tweet that I never ended up sending out, but I think it was something along the lines of like. Assault Rumble is the puzzle game mode that people, like the Treasure Cruise community, has been kind of asking for. But the novelty like wears off very quickly. Where like it is the puzzle mode because you're trying to figure out how you can get the most damage out of a team when versing a boss. But the fact that it's designed in a way to just consume as many gems as feasible makes it really, really unhealthy in that kind of regard too. So yeah, like it's really bad in that sense.
Yeah, I just see Assault Rumble as like just a free event every month to get free gems, basically.
Like, what a missed opportunity to make that like game mode just fucking crazy fun. Like actually have a really cool like puzzle element to it. Like that, I think that was again as usual, big missed opportunity there to like really make it a very joyous kind of occasion, right? I think that's a pitfall for Treasure Cruise. Is very often they release a new bit of content or something exciting, and that's meant to be like really fun and stuff, and then it just ends up being ass again, and you're just like, damn man, like we missed it once again, you know. But that's fine. I don't think there's anything else for 11th Annie, I suppose. Hopefully this is the end of it. Like low key, I'm kind of just like, yeah, we're done. I think we're kind of done with 11th Annie as a whole.
How do you feel about the way that they structured it? Like, do you prefer it being like 10th Annie, where they just did everything at once, or did you not mind the spread out banners?
I think it's always gonna be more fun everything at once. I just think it is.
Yes.
I think
it's better for the player base as well.
They did a good job with the part 1 banner release because everything came out basically in 2 days. Like all the banners were available.
Yes.
That was really good.
That was good.
I think that I hate the if they had done, for example, like if they'd done it in 2 parts and had done Saturn Kizaru, Luffy Zoro Sanji, and Nami as like part 1, and then like a month later, no, like a couple weeks later, 3 weeks later, they had done Roger Rayleigh Gaban, Newgate, Shiki, Linlin, and that was it. I think it'd be a lot better as well. I think it just would have been obviously it would have been a fuck ton of legends. I think like we approached like 9 or 10 legends for anniversary as a whole, like in terms of like legends that released. So you had like what, 5 here plus the 2 new ones, 7 plus Dragon and Ginny, 9. Yeah, 9 legends as a whole for anniversaries kind of release period. It's obviously it's excessive, but at the same time, yeah, I think I would have preferred so much more to have everything kind of combined together as opposed to how they kind of structured it as in that sense, which is it's okay, but yeah, they could have, again, a lot of room for improvement, but like, hey man, anniversaries only come out once a year, so like, you have to really blow people's socks off if you want to like keep people around, which unfortunately I don't think they've done a good job again this year with that kind of with that world. I think a lot of people again are very upset, which is just like rightfully so. I don't know, it's very tough at the moment in Treasure Cruise world to keep people happy, to keep people playing the game, keep people enjoyed. But at the same time, it's like, I think this is just what Treasure Cruise is, and people just kind of have to get used to it, whether they like it or not. Okay, cool. That's it, I suppose, for Treasure Cruise. I'm going to assume that going forward, our Treasure Cruise stuff's going to be a lot more light touch, purely because we're kind of we're rolling off these periods. I will say, though, it's summer. Is it summertime in America? Is that right to say? So
that is correct.
So we are approaching that summertime update potentially at some point. Like that could be a big game update coming soon. So hopefully we get.
I would expect it around One Piece Day, or if not late August, to head into the September celebration.
Yeah, so hopefully sometime in August we'll have a massive, One Piece Day. We will have a massive One Piece Day, but like also a big game update. I think that's what will shake things up, and hopefully that includes tags now as well, as more than anything. But okay, let's move on. Flame, talk to me, man. You've been quiet. What's been happening in the completely shifting gears? What's happening in fucking? Tell me, Donkey Kong Bonanza got a showcase. What's going on there, man?
Oh yeah, that that was crazy. So Nintendo had a full showcase for the game because they've been treading light with the details recently with that game, but it's coming out in a month or so.
Yep.
And this is like its first proper.
Oh, isn't it it's like the start of July, I think, isn't it? It's like very soon.
I think it's like July like 19th, July 7th.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. So yeah, so they had like a 20-minute showcase on it. Basically showed mostly everything that we would have wanted to see. Prior to the showcase, it was alluded that Donkey Kong's companion, this like mystical rock, was Pauline. And it was revealed that it is Pauline and she's a child. And this is basically the origin story of Donkey Kong and Pauline meeting.
What weird.
So yeah, the
cool.
game.
Nintendo be pulling shit out of their ass, man. What the fuck?
I don't know if you guys saw it, but the game looks fucking amazing.
I saw that game has it's a fully fledged 3D modeling tool just in the game.
Yes.
That's
Yes, it
fucked.
does, actually.
They got free time over there at Nintendo, man. Like, what the fuck? That's a
Yeah,
big thing to just program and add into your game nonchalantly. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, so at some point I'm definitely gonna be messing around with that a little bit. But yeah, that game is basically like Mario Odyssey. Like that's basically what that game is.
That's
Donkey
cool.
Kong.
I like that. I like that.
It's very creative. Donkey Kong, despite people's criticism of his new appearance, he's very expressive.
I love the new appearance.
I think it's
honestly. It looks
I agree.
sick.
I think it's better. I think it's better as well.
I like it too.
The
I
one
mean,
thing, the one thing I saw from the showcase that I thought was like so cool was like how he gets those power ups and he can become like the monkey or the ostrich or whatever. Dude, and like when he was running around in his power up forms, it looked like he had like hockey and shit. It was like punching shit. It looked sick. It looked like he had like it was like black electricity was coming off. It looked like hockey. He looked like Gear 4.
yeah,
crazy.
Cool
so
as fuck.
basically, there's like these like I don't know if they're like gods or like ancestors or whatever, but Pauline basically is able to like channel their power through music, and when
Damn,
she like
Pauline's
performs
strong.
like these little when she performs these like little songs, he's able to power up.
That's cool.
There's one that just looks straight up like Super Saiyan 4, which is insane.
That's cool. That's cool.
He's able to like decimate like rocks and mountains, and like with the Switch 2's power, like you can actually it actually looks good. Like, it doesn't look like shit.
Rare moment there.
Yeah, W Nintendo moment.
Nintendo.
But yeah, Pauline's with you the entire game. You have the option to play 2-player co-op. The second player can play as Pauline, and like she could like shoot these like musical notes that like affects enemies. There's also like a crap ton of like costumes and like customizations. Like I think you could change Donkey Kong's fur. They showed like a bunch of the bosses that are going to be in the game. They showed, I believe, Diddy Kong and Trixie
I was about to say, is my boy Diddy Kong in there? What's he doing?
Yeah, Diddy. Yeah, they're in the game.
Love that.
I heard rumors. It's like this isn't like wasn't revealed or anything, but people are saying that King K might be in the game.
Yo.
That would be cool. Because I think,
as.
because Cranky Kong's in the game, so they were saying like, oh, he might be in the game. But yeah, growing up, I never really indulged in the Donkey Kong games. Like I know of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is gonna be my first Donkey Kong game. I'm definitely gonna play it on release. I'm gonna record and shit. But yeah, it looks fucking amazing. Like this is why Nintendo pisses me off. Like that game should have released on release
with the Switch too. That's a
100%.
release title. What are you doing, man?
Like it looks so fucking good. And not even the shit on Mario Kart, because I'll talk about Mario Kart later. But Mario Kart's like one of those games like you get on for like an hour and then like it's like all right, like
I've done my thing. I've done some races. I'm moving on. You know, we're done.
Like that's not a system seller. Like not like. Man, like if
Mario Kart was the only Switch 2 game, like a Switch 2 debut game, right? That's the only one at the moment.
Everything else is like third party,
like
games,
an upgrade,
like Cyberpunk and like random.
Yeah, that's
games.
insane to be honest.
Yeah, if you guys get some time, like definitely skim through that video I said. It's really fucking good.
Yeah,
I like it.
It looks really good. I don't have a Switch 2 yet, but after some of these paychecks come in, I might be looking to get into Switch 2. We'll see.
This guy waiting for the check, you know what I'm saying? Too many checks on damn Treasure Cruise, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that.
I mean, especially because like staying for this upcoming holiday and stuff. So,
yeah, no, of course.
We'll see. Maybe we come back from Australia. I think I might
buy one in Australia. Fuck it, buy one in Australia and bring it back.
It's probably more expensive.
Yeah, fucking true. Yeah. I think it's seven. The Mario Kart bundle for the Switch 2 is like $770 AUD.
Yeah, I think that might be more expensive.
That's fucked. Fuck me. That's cooked. I guess good pivot there.
Yeah,
Mario Kart. What's the vibe flowing with Mario Kart?
I played a decent amount of it. I think it's really good. The maps are fun. There's a lot of different characters. I mean, it's not as many characters as you would think. They kind of inflate the character list by just having like a shit ton of costumes, and the costume characters just take up character slots.
Yeah.
So that's not too fun. But the costumes.
No,
are
no.
actually
Let
really
me talk
good.
about this costume shit real quick. How did they fuck it up? They did it so well in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Obviously, it wasn't costumes, but it was like colors, and it was just click on the character, and then like a drop down menu basically appeared, and you selected the color. Like you had Yoshi had like 9 colors, and it was just there. It was very concise, very like nicely put together. And then this dick ass game comes around, and every bloody costume has a different slot. So you have to scroll.
Yeah.
It's so long. It's so
That's ridiculous.
Such poor design. I don't know why. It's so dumb.
Yeah, it's really crap. And do you want to hear something crazy?
What's up?
Guess how many skins?
No, okay.
Donkey Kong has.
Donkey Kong.
Oh, isn't it only like 1 or 2?
Probably like 1 or 2 because they don't fuck with him like that.
How many would you assume that Donkey Kong would have?
At least 5.
You could make him wear some cool shit, man. I don't know. There's guys in fucking burger costumes and bee costumes and shit. You can do some fun stuff.
Oh, he has 1?
Donkey Kong and Pauline, funny enough, their game's coming out. They're the only characters in the game with 1 costume.
I did hear people talk about this. Like, they probably didn't give him anything because, like, when the game comes out, there might be some DLC to get like more costumes and stuff for them, and maybe add like more. Maybe add like more characters into the game.
The goddamn fucking Lakitu has more costumes. Like that's so insane.
Wait, what are you look at him stand up like that? What's he doing, man?
Oh, bro, King Boo's pirate costume looks sick.
Bowser Jr. only has 3 costumes. Why
so these costumes are really fucking cool.
What is the Koopa? The Koopa Trooper has 5. Bowser Jr. has 3. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was gonna say that aside, the costumes are really nice in this game. I think they did a great job with them. They're not really hard to get either. You can basically the way you unlock costumes in that game is, I don't know the exact terminology for it, but like you'll find like these like yellow bags that kind of
the food, right?
Bags. Yeah, food. You pop it, it gives you like a little speed boost, and then it'll shift into a random costume. So getting the costumes is tailored to like RNG, and I think the area that you're in also dictates. Like,
yeah, it looks like from that website, it's like to unlock the Pro Racer Waluigi costume, you have to eat a burger, probably using Waluigi on Mario Kart on Mario Bros circuit. So yeah, there's like a bit of caveat to it.
Yeah, but they made it a little easy to get these costumes because with the free roam game mode, you can basically just teleport to any area.
Rosalina looking like a bad bitch. Okay, that Aurora guy. Okay, we love Rosalina.
Oh, I love the Pro Racer one for her. That one's really nice.
Damn, bro, they really fucking went all out with some of this shit, man.
I've been watching some videos on Mario Kart World and just to get a bit more info on it, and from what I can tell, it looks like people are having some issues with the online system and how it works. Because if you're in an online lobby, like you basically get choice of 3 different tracks, and then there's also random. And the way that it works is like when you select one of the given tracks, you have to like ride like a fucking straight highway all the way to the track, and then you do like 1 lap of the track that you actually selected. So it's absolutely dog shit.
I hate
everyone just selects random, and then you actually just do a normal 3-lap race, which is what everyone wants to do. It's so fucking cringe.
It's such a Nintendo thing though, right? To just force it on more people. It's such a Nintendo thing to do.
You still can't partner up with people in an online lobby either.
So fucking lame.
I haven't had that experience. I've had like a different experience. I don't know if like maybe it was updated since then, but it's still really weird. So basically, when I play online, even when the map is selected, not like on random, it just starts by itself. Like even if you're not moving, but it's really weird because like the map will start, you'll play the selected map, and it ends, and it's just like you just get points. And then it's just like, hey guys, the next race is gonna start soon. But it's like it doesn't matter like if you came in first or whatever. Like it's not like it's not like a little like tournament. It's not like a match. Like it's very weird. Also, side note, the Mario Kart Online is hard as fuck. Like that if you God forbid you make like 1 millisecond of a wrong move, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, because they made it 24 races instead of 12.
Like you could easily within like 0.2 of a second go from like 6th place to like 19th. Like it's so insane.
I have seen a few like there's a guy called like I think his name's like Troy, like TWD 98, I think he's the YouTuber. He posted a couple like the pro, like because he's really good at Mario Kart. He posted a couple of the pro videos and stuff like that, and like they're playing like 12 races in like the pro like kind of games, and it just looks so much cleaner. Like it looks so much better with 12 people than 24.
Yeah, I'm planning on dropping a video, like not ending the video until I win a first race. But it's so chaotic. Like I don't even know, like understand like how you could be good at it. It's like so RNG. Like it's so like everything that's happening is so fucking random. Like it's so crazy.
Yeah, I think adding 24 races, while it sounds cool on paper, I think in practice it's fucking cancer.
Yeah,
there's too much.
Very chaotic.
Yeah.
But the problem that I ran into with that game, which I kind of alluded to when talking about Donkey Kong, is like, yeah, Mario Kart's fun, but it's like I can only play it for so long, and I'm like, all right, like that's it. And then especially with the online being like very weird, like it doesn't really like make me want to keep playing.
That's fair enough.
So yeah, it's like I like the game. I think it's good, but I definitely think they need to have a better structure with that online system. And
but it's just such a Nintendo thing to do, though, right? Where it's like they release this game, it's cool as fuck, like all this kind of stuff, and then there's always something that they just mess up. Like it's just there's no need for them to do like these straight line races with only one map, one lap afterwards, and then to get the 3 laps you have to do the random thing, and then even the costume thing, while it's such a minute thing, like it actually bugs me a lot because like now I'm looking at this website. On average, every single character has like 4 costumes. How many characters are there? Like 20 or something like that. Like, you know, maybe more than that. So like it's like 80 costumes. So you're scrolling like deep into the mines to get to what you want, which is just such a poor design choice. And then and then also even like other things like how have we not modernized Nintendo Switch Online so I can just invite my friend into a party and then just go play a game together? Like that's also just really bad. That's just not a thing.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that one of the pitches for Nintendo Switch was, oh, it has a party chat, ooh, you can video call each other, but not having a solid like invite / party system is kind of counterintuitive.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know, you're right though, because the whole idea of the whole idea was like, oh, you know, we're gonna have this voice chat system, and everyone's gonna be able to like hang out, and you're gonna talk to your friends. It's basically Discord for the Switch. I'm joking. You can't actually play games. You can't play games together.
There's literally a dedicated party chat button on this pro.
But Flame, can I invite you to my Mario Kart game? No, you can't do that. You can't do that. Like, come on, dog.
I don't even think it has game chat. I might be wrong about that. I don't think it does though.
I don't know. What are your, I guess to wrap it up, what are your thoughts on the whole tricking, being able to go off the fucking walls, grind rails? Like, how does that feel when you're playing it?
Well, before that, I do want to touch on one more thing because it's kind of important. They implemented a brand new mode. It's called Free Roam, which I kind of talked about earlier, where you can get like the costumes and whatever. In theory, it's cool. Like you could just drive around, you could fuck around, like you could test shit out, but it's really pointless because you're just driving around. Like you could do there's like little challenges and whatever, but it's not like there's not like a story. It's not like nothing's happening. It's just like, you're just fucking it's literally like just like a sandbox like race map, and you can just do a bunch of shit.
Man's playing Need for Speed.
Yeah,
it's playing Need for Speed.
Like Need for Speed or Burnout Paradise.
Burnout Paradise. That's the one.
Yeah. So it's like, it's pointless. Like, like I don't understand like why that was such a huge selling point. Like, but grinding on stuff and like doing all the air tricks. Everything in that game feels very fluid and very smooth. So like, especially like if you're like if you're kind of skilled at it or have a better understanding of it, yeah, you could definitely take more advantage of it. Mechanics and everything, I love it. It's just all those other weird Nintendo things that they did with the game just makes it weird.
Yep. Yep. Very cool. All right. Let's pivot into one more thing. I guess last thing here before we get into the game corner and stuff. Persona 4 remake. Flame, talk to me about it, man.
Yeah, so Persona 4, it was leaked a while back that the remake was happening, which isn't surprising. But right after our last week podcast, they had the Xbox Game Show, and they finally revealed it. They really didn't show much. They just showed the main character running through the town. They just showed some updated visuals of the home area of the game, basically just letting us know like the game's in production.
Yeah.
So it's not coming out anytime soon. It's most likely going to come out the end of next year or like 2027, which is very scary because that probably means Persona 6 isn't coming out till like
2030, mate. See the 2030, bud.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. That's my personal favorite Persona game. So whenever that does come out, I'm gonna be on it. But yeah,
I like it. I like it.
A little bit of a brief topic that I also found.
Yep.
Black Clover Mobile is shutting down.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Real shit.
Yeah, Black Clover Mobile, which debuted in November 30th of 2023, is ending service on August 21st.
Damn, they must have fucking sucked.
Yeah, I mean, because Carissa and I played it a bunch when it first came out. We played it
Wait,
for, like, it came out.
That's the really popular one that came out?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's fucked,
Yep.
bro. Holy.
We played it from November 30th until like maybe February of the year after. Like we played it a decent chunk for that good amount of time, and then we just kind of like there wasn't really much else to do. Like, okay, we're done now. Bye.
Yeah.
And I hadn't been following anything about this game since that point, and then I just saw this tweet pop up earlier today, which is kind of crazy.
Nah, dude, that's it's
Mhm.
two years. Less.
Yep.
Less
So-
than 2 years.
I was about to say, damn, it's been 2 years.
Yeah, it took them a while for him to get the global release as well, and it finally came out, and then like that's that. Jesus.
Holy.
So yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Damn, this game must have been fucking ours.
Yeah, I wonder what the financials were for this game. I hadn't looked it up or anything, but that's kind of crazy.
I remember there used to be that Gacha game revenue website. I don't know if it still functions anymore though, but damn, dude, that's kind of lame, no?
Treasure Cruise stay winning.
That's the see, and like that's the thing that like really kind of like gets me like cracked in the head, right? Like, how the fuck does Treasure Cruise keep up in any sense of the imagination?
It's probably not a lot of.
Is it just the
upkeep
global
costs.
version that's shutting down, or is it the?
I don't know of all of them, but definitely the global version is. I don't know about the Japanese
so
version.
I'm looking at the revenue. I've found another website. I don't know how accurate it is. Global is down 14% in revenue. JP is down 10% in revenue. The revenue on, I think it's the JP version. Last in May they made $69,000.
Oh, that's it.
I think so.
69K for a mobile game, competing against everything else. That's really low. That's like absurdly low.
That might be global and JP together. I don't know. Actually, hold on. Let me see. Global, sorry, might be 69K. There's a different button here. JP. Okay, the revenue didn't change. I don't know. Maybe this website's kind of ass too. But yeah, that's kind of fucked up. I guess let me test Treasure Cruise because we should know. We kind of know what One Piece Treasure Cruise does.
Yeah, usually. Couple mil. On Japan at least.
Okay. Treasure Cruise Global up 200%, baby. Let's go, boys. We're up, baby. Okay, in May it made 5.4 mil. Oh, this is combined revenue. Okay, this is both games. Oh, fuck then.
Oh.
Black Clover made 69k both games.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna last long.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, I've found the tab that has the data on it. So Treasure Cruise in revenue in May, so anniversary month, totaled on JP 3.6 mil and on global 1.8 mil. There you go.
That still feels kind of low for an anniversary.
That's really
month.
low for anniversary. When you compare it to, it doesn't have last anniversary, so I'm guessing I'm guessing the website just started in November.
Well, did we get top grossing last Anni?
No, last Anni we did. Yes, this Anni we didn't.
Yeah, it doesn't help that they made like part 2 and part 3, so it kind of spreads out people's spending. So yeah.
And then you look at fucking Brokan the Dokkan. Fuck me, mate. In May, Dokkan made not that much actually. Global made 6 mil. JP made 2.9. But then
it's been a down month.
Yeah, but then in January and February, holy fuck, dude!
Like what, 20, 30 mil?
Global in Feb. When's Dokkan Anni?
End of Jan.
Yeah, February basically.
So Global made 23 mil, and then JP made 29 mil.
Yeah.
Holy. So I just go back and check Black Clover then real quick. Now that I know how to use the website. Black Clover M. Here we go. Break it down. Yeah, okay. Holy fuck, dude. Okay, so it is $69,000 in May. Do you want to guess the breakdown between JP and Global real quick?
I'm gonna guess Global has more.
Global is 60,000. JP's 9k.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, bro.
Yeah, game's not gonna last too long when it does that.
Different news. It's difficult to create a game. But we last update with we graduate. Okay, so I think it's end of service period for the entire game. That's what it looks like.
If Global's making that much and they're the ones shutting down, I would guess Japan is gonna shut down too.
$9 grand is not even enough to pay people's salary.
For the amount of people that are probably working on the game, yeah.
That's actually insane. End of purchasing, paid currency transformation information, transfer period ending, remaining black currency, non-transferable items. How to request a transfer? Maybe you can transfer the JP. Maybe they are just shutting down the global version, then you transfer the JP. I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's fucked. That's so cooked.
So, yep, that's that.
I mean, Gacha this month made $750 million. That's interesting, dude. Holy shit! Fucking TCG Pocket made 500 mil.
What, like overall?
Hold on, let me see here. I think it might be. Let me see here. Let's break it down. Bro, okay. In its release, this month, so in May, it made $72 million.
Oh my god!
$72 million.
Nintendo is swimming in it.
Last month, it made 63. So in April, 63. In March, 86. In Feb, 91, and in January, 67. That's $500 million, bro. $500 million in this dick-ass game. Holy. Oh my god.
Pokemon sells. And you know what's crazy? They got the Eevee set about to drop. If they drop like some crazy Umbreon, like people are going to go crazy for that.
Honkai Star Rail made 52 million. That Chinese Naruto mobile game made 41. Arknights still made these are combined. Arknights made 40 million. Genshin made 38. Fate Grand Order made 27. Wuwa made 25. Nikkei made 25.
Man, we're making content for the wrong game.
Puzzle and Dragons made 15. Puzzles and Dragons is still making money, man. That's crazy.
That's like the oldest gacha around.
Yeah, that's the OG. That's the day one. Dokkan made a combined 9 mil this month in May. That's still a lot of money, man. Holy god. OPTC combined, baby. We're 35th place. Let's fucking go, boys. We beat out solo leveling Arise. Eat shit, solo leveling. Fuck
you know what? You know what?
What
I'd love to
about,
see the numbers of Monopoly Go
I wonder if that's actually
and Clash of Clans, Clash Royale. Like those games would be making money.
Okay, Monopoly Go does not appear here. Okay.
How's Bounty Rush?
Ooh,
Bounty Push.
They're about to go crazy though. I think they're about to. I think they're at their Annie or
0.5.
half Annie.
Yeah. Kizara and shit. Let's see here. Break it down. They did really well. In May for Japan they made 5.8. In global they made 1.5. So 7.3 combined, which is still really good for. That's the premiere.
And that's a lull month as well.
Yeah, that's a lull. This is a down month as well, which is fucked. That's so good, mate. Oh my god. Mate, Banner Rush is the premier mode, mate. That's the one.
Man, I really wish I liked Bounty Rush, but
it's a tough game to like. It actually, I still think it's a great game, but it's a very tough game to actually like enjoy outright in its entirety.
Yeah.
Speaking of games though, let's go to the game corner. Flame, mate. Flame, finally, dude. What's happening, man?
Holy shit! All right, so. God, I gotta clear my throat for this. So yeah, I finally beat 100 lines, Class Defense Academy. So basically, I found out, and I have my first video coming back is a full review on the game.
Yep.
200-hour review. Basically, a lot of these routes are unnecessary, but a lot of them.
Wait a minute. You can't just casually lose routes unnecessary. It's like 100 routes. They're all unnecessary. You do it once, you're done.
Well, that's not necessarily true. There's like there's 100 endings, but there's like 20 plus routes, and those routes have multiple endings. A lot of these routes are just used to, I guess, build this final route, which I'll talk about in a second. But there's a lot of unnecessary routes, and they were definitely just forced in to meet the quota of, hey, we have 100 endings. But yeah, anyway, there's this specific route in the game. It's called the SF route, Steady Fast route, and that's the true ending route. And to unlock this, you need to basically meet the requirement of reaching these certain endings. So you could technically get this without playing every single route, but to do this, you would obviously have to like look up online which routes to do. So this last route, I was a little bit frustrated because before I got to this route, I just straight up started skipping shit because I'm like, all right, like I'm on ending 78. Like I experienced like this particular interaction so many times already. Like I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
So I just started skipping shit. I finally got to the final route, and now I got pissed because, of course, now that I'm on the final route, out of all of the endings and all of the routes that I listened to and played through, they start specifically talking about the 2 routes that I skipped.
There you go. Perfect.
But yeah, basically, spoiler alert, but I'm sure you guys aren't going to play this game.
No.
In the final route, they basically, for the first time, which I also thought was weird that this didn't happen in any of the other routes, they kind of allude to the character now being able to remember all of the previous routes, which I think is really cool. But it's dumb that it's only happening in this route because nothing triggered to make that happen. But yeah, now basically him and this other character who's also revealed as a time traveler. They're basically like going throughout these routes, fixing a bunch of shit. They're trying to make it to a route where everyone survives. Because in every single playthrough, at least one person dies.
Right.
And they find out that they're stuck in this loop. And no matter how many things they do, whatever they do, they always keep restarting. So that's basically
it's like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, it's like a weird version of a Groundhog Day, because Groundhog Day is more of like the day is repeating, but in this sense, it's 100-day cycles repeating.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they call it a curse in the game. And basically, the way to break the curse is they had to make it to day 100 at 10 a.m. with everyone alive. and eventually they finally do it. The ending is actually pretty satisfying. The only big criticism I have for that game is with the 100 hour, I mean the 100 routes or 100 endings and 200 hours worth of content, to not actually see the quote unquote artificial satellite, the place that they're trying to go to the entire game. Like not even getting to like see a picture of it, not even getting to see them land and get out of the ship, I think was really disappointing.
Right. Okay.
I saw that the author slash creator of the game said that he would like to make more endings routes, which I God, please don't do that.
Please don't. Yeah.
No more.
Um, but yeah, is that game worth doing all of that? No, definitely not.
Yeah.
But I do think if I do like the fact that they kind of gave you the option to pick your own ending, because
Yeah.
even in a lot of the silly endings, like if that's something you like, you could just do that.
Yep.
But if you do enjoy the game, I definitely do think it's worth doing, or at least just watching it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Because it answers every question, and that's something I could say that no game I've ever played has ever done. Like
Mhm.
literally answer every single question that you could have about that universe, other than that one thing I just said.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really did enjoy it. But I wish I had some of my time back.
Yeah, look, I
Yeah.
think like that's not a game for me, but I think the way you described it there is probably like you can play through a bit, and then eventually it's like, I think it's a YouTube. Like, let me watch the rest of this. It's like somebody else doing it,
Yeah.
just kind of get the feel of everything else that was going on. Because Jesus Christ, man, you went through the fucking trenches.
I played it from April 24th to June 9th. That's how long it
Jeez
took me to
Louise,
do it.
man, holy.
Yeah. Yep.
Holy.
And it was long sessions. It wasn't like I was hopping on for like there were some times like I was playing for like 8, 9, 10 hours.
Fucking hell. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so I beat that. And then I started this new game, which I think Todd played a bit. I don't think he completed it,
Yeah.
correct?
Yep.
So are you past Act 2?
I watched the full playthrough that I.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't be bothered playing it, so I ended up like watching all the stuff. So,
All right, cool.
but yeah,
cool.
it's crazy, right?
So yeah, in my opinion, everything about this game is fucking insane.
Yep.
And this is also a little plus to my OLED monitor.
Mhm.
The visuals are fucking insane. Like every area is so detailed. Like even just like little shit, like the water on the floor, the fucking plants moving around, things flying around the sky. Like everything just looks unbelievable.
Yeah.
The character models are great. The voice acting is fucking god tier. I think this guy's name is Ben Starr. I think.
Yeah.
I think he plays the voice actor for the main character. It's also the guy that plays Clive in Final Fantasy 16. Such an amazing voice actor, and then of course the other characters are really great too. The characters themselves very well written, and they
Yeah.
all
Mhm.
interact with each other very well.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I was just meeting the characters, they brought out emotions in me, which was very surprising.
Mm.
The battle system, probably one of the best battle systems I've ever seen, especially for a turn-based game. They give you it's very interactive. It's like a Souls-like turn-based game. I've never seen something like that before.
Yeah. Okay.
The enemies are very unique. They all have their own attack patterns. You have the option to parry, dodge. There's other battle techniques you learn later on, like gradient attacks, gradient deflects. There's it's unbelievable like how diverse their attack system is. They have these things called pictos. They're basically like equipables that give you like passive effects, and they also can be equipped as these things called luminas, which are like side passive effects. They have a bunch of different costumes. The soundtrack is unfucking believable. Like every area has one of like the craziest songs I've ever heard. The boss fights are fucking exhilarating. The story is really fucking good. It's just an amazing game. And I think Todd mentioned it like a while back, but now that I played it, yeah, that prologue was unfucking believable. It was crazy. I was
Right? Like
crying.
just the opening section of the game is
Yeah,
amazing, and then you get to the end of like the first act, and it's like, what the fuck? This whole thing is like changed. Like, what the hell?
yeah, it's crazy. All of the characters' play styles are very unique. None of the characters feel repetitive. Um, right now I'm in, I guess maybe the middle of Act Two, maybe the end of Act Two. Todd, basically, I'm up to the part where you're trying to, I forgot the name of these things. I think they're called axons. Um, you're trying to, you have to go defeat two axons to get the curator to create this weapon for you to pierce
Uh-huh.
the barrier or whatever. Um, so yeah, that's basically the part I'm up to. I already defeated the first one last night, so next time I'm gonna go do the second one. I'm assuming this is towards the end of Act Two because I've been in here for a little bit. Um, but yeah, yeah, this game's unbelievable. It's most likely gonna be like in my top 10, top 5.
It'll
If it could,
it'll be in the game of the year like voting for sure.
oh if this game does not win Game of the Year, that's a fucking travesty.
Yeah, I mean, at
It's
this point, like, what games are even going to come out that would even compete against this? It's hard to even think of one.
yeah, I mean, in like another year, I would definitely give it to Donkey Kong because just like seeing it, like I could definitely tell it's gonna be an amazing game.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
man, if this game does not win, ooh, oh man, I'll be
it's
triggered.
rigged. It's rigged if it doesn't win.
Some real heat has to come out to supersede it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming by the next episode I should be finished with this game. It's not a 100 line, so
You actually better get it
so
done.
yeah, I can actually get on with some shit. But yeah, definitely if you ever get some time, check it out.
Sounds good. Awesome. Todd, what you been playing, man? Anything exciting? Anything fun?
In terms of video games, and I'm still sticking with Treasure Cruise for now. I played a little bit of Path of Exile briefly. Path of Exile released Path of Exile 1 specifically, released a new update 3.26,
Mm-hmm.
new season, new updates. Bunch of people loving it, and people have been waiting for this for quite a while because the team at Grinding Gear Games has been so like hell bent on making sure that Path of Exile 2 has been like basically performing well,
Yep.
making sure that that gets them more support because that's like their most popular game at the moment. So they want to make sure that that game's doing well. And because of that, Path of Exile 1 has had to suffer with the lack of content, basically. But now that they finally got around to fixing up Path of Exile 1 and making a new season, a lot of the PoE 1 hardcore players are like really excited to jump back into it. So it's been a massive success for the team at Grinding Gear Games with Path of Exile 1. And I wasn't really the biggest fan of PoE 1. I played it a little bit just to get like a cosmetic in PoE 2. And then this new season came out. There wasn't really much going on one day, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna download this patch and see how it goes.
There
And
you go. Yep.
so far, it's been pretty decent. And I think the next update for Path of Exile 2 will be in August. So I'll be definitely jumping back into that once that update comes out. But aside from that, haven't really been playing much. Eventually, when I get a Switch 2, I'm definitely gonna jump into Mario Kart because I'm freaking always horny for some Mario Kart. That's my
Wait,
that's my
yo!
jam. I love Mario
It's
Kart
true
so
though.
much.
Todd was Mario Kart fucking goat, man. This guy's
I'm a
actually
fiend.
the goat. I love
So I'll definitely jump on that, and then of course I'll probably pick up Donkey Kong Bonanza because the game just looks amazing.
it. Yep.
But aside from that, like I'm not really like a big fan of like I know Metroid Prime will eventually
No.
come out, stuff like that. I'm not really into that, so
I think
I don't know. Like what other like Switch games that are even coming out for Switch 2?
I will be
like,
buying my Switch when Pokemon comes out. That's the only time.
Oh yeah,
I'll
I forgot
buy
about Pokemon.
That's
Yeah,
the only time I'll
definitely
buy
pick
the
up
Switch
that.
2. Otherwise, I have no interest at all in purchasing it. At
I mean, might as well just wait until they do a Pokemon Switch, right? They'll
Yeah,
probably
exactly
do that.
right. It's like that because then it's like, okay, cool. I still think I'll buy Mario Kart eventually, but I think right now it's like I think it's the only reason I'd buy Switch 2 is to get Pokemon Z-A. That'd probably be it for me.
Yeah.
Cool. I've been playing Rematch. I highly recommend everyone goes and downloads it. It's on the Game Pass. It's like I don't know if you guys ever played the fighting game Sifu before. It's
I
like
know
this.
of it.
Yeah, it's like I don't know the game like Sifu itself, but it's like you have a lot of autonomy over like what your character does in the fighting kind of space, and they've basically brought that into like they've skinned it and then put it into like a soccer game. So like, you can do a lot of like if you can really style on someone, like you can fuck them, you ruin their day, quite well in that game. A lot of fun. It's kind of hard. It's like a hard game to learn, but also a really hard game to master as well. So the skill ceiling is gonna be really really high for that game. So I'm really looking forward to just like playing it a bunch with friends, especially because it's on the Game Pass. So like fuck it, why not? The only downside is that they did some like shady ass shit in the game. Well, I think it might have been like an Xbox thing, but like you can't use a non-Xbox controller for the game, which is just super lame. So I have a PlayStation 5 controller that I use for my PC games, and you can't use it. It has to be an Xbox controller, which is just.
Have you tried there's a program called like
DS for
DualShock,
Windows,
whatever it's called?
Yeah, DS for Windows works and it makes it work. But I was just like, it's a very lame thing to do. I don't know, like what an odd, very peculiar thing to have it forced into Xbox alone, which is fine. I mean, it's a small little hurdle, no stress, but. It was just really awkward. I was like, oh, what the hell? I thought it just wasn't working. We're getting kind of panicked, and I was like, oh, well, you have to just get DS for Windows and call it a day, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's how I've been playing, which has been fun. It's been really, really cool. I've really been enjoying that. I'll probably just keep grinding that. It'll be super fun.
Nice.
All right, let's speed run the TCG Corner. We've been here for fucking ages, man. What's been happening in TCG World? Talk to me.
Not much really. Pokemon just released their black and white set in the Japanese product.
Oh my god, some of those artworks look so sick.
Yeah, that set's really nice. The only thing is, like we said last week, there's like 800 fucking cards.
Yeah, doesn't like every Pokemon in the set have an alt or something like that?
Yeah. Every single mon has at least an illustration rare or better.
That's too much. That's a bit too much.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah, a lot of the mons have really great arts. Definitely a set to pick at singles, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be skipping this when it comes out in English in July.
Yep.
But yeah, English. Nothing really that comes out in July, and then the newest set has not even been revealed, which is kind of weird because we usually know a lot of them in advance. So I guess maybe by next week we'll know. On Magic, that the Final Fantasy set came out last week.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the cards have already dropped in price, but the chase cards for that set are the Chocobos. They're serialized, and I saw today that one of the golden Chocobos, I think it's numbered from like up to 77 of them. It sold for like 40K. So
yep.
What the?
Are they the only serialized cards in the set, or are there more?
No, the Chocobos are the only ones.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Yeah, so they're the chasers.
I don't know if all of the colored Chocobos are serialized. I know the golden one is, and I think the black one. But yeah, all of those Chocobo colored ones, they're all expensive. They're all like over $500.
Nah, man, that's too much.
So yeah, that's that. Maybe Todd has some more input on this, but One Piece just dropped the set 11, I think, last week.
Yep. Carissa and I opened 3 booster boxes.
Did you bink or did you stink?
I would say overall, I think we ended up pretty good.
Okay,
We
that's
ended up getting 1 alt art leader from our 3 boxes, and it was the most expensive leader, being the Snake Man Luffy leader.
Nice.
This new set features a new Katakuri leader, which I built a deck for.
Okay.
And then after I pulled the alt art of the Luffy, I'm like, well, you know, purple. So Katakuri deck is purple. The new Luffy Snake Man is purple and blue. And there are some overlap with some of the cards. I'm like, I pulled this really cool new alt art leader. I'm just gonna try and build a deck with this motherfucker.
Yeah, might as well use it.
And yeah, he is like arguably like top 3, 4, 5 decks in the set.
Okay.
In the whole meta. This new Luffy, he's extremely strong. Basically, he can draw twice per turn, which is always broken. And then he's also so every leader like normally is like 5,000 power, and in order to like get a successful hit, you need to like equal the power.
Yeah.
But the Snake Man leader is a 6,000 power leader, which means you need to invest your energy to make like a successful swing against him.
Yeah. Okay.
So he can be really annoying to take down, and then the trade-off of that is he has like less life than everyone else. So even though he has less life, he's stronger and harder to hit. So it's a decent trade-off and very powerful ability, and the purple Straw Hat focus cards are extremely strong right now. So yeah, there's a lot of good decks out right now. But even though like there is like clear-cut like best decks of the format, there's a lot of good decks that are competing against each other. Like it's a very diverse meta, which I really like.
Yeah,
it's not like a tier 0 meta where it's like if you don't play this one deck, you just lose.
Yeah,
it's pretty open.
So I was about to ask you like because I know like years ago we talked about, it's kind of weird to say, right? Like years ago we talked about like how long like the longevity of the game, and it seems like it's still going stronger than ever at this point. Like in terms of like the meta of decks and what people are running, all that kind of stuff. But it seems like they're handling it decently well. That there's a bit of like variety in terms of what people can play and what's viable and such as well, which is really good to hear.
I definitely think they actually do a pretty decent job at balancing the game. Like I think with any TCG, you're always going to have decks that are like the best. Like you're never going to have it perfect where every deck is like perfectly balanced. There's always going to be a meta where you have some decks are better than others, but I think generally speaking, there's only been maybe 2 or 3 times there's been a very short meta where it's like, oh, you have to play this deck, and if you don't play this deck, you just lose.
Yeah, right.
And they ended up banning 2 of the leaders, and then one other time where it happened, they really fucked up. That was near the start of the game, and I guess they didn't really understand what they were doing.
Yeah, yeah.
But they've definitely got better at it, and it's kind of funny. I actually watched there was some videos that I found from these Japanese YouTubers that they basically built modern meta decks, and they went against the banned leaders just to see if these banned leaders are actually like still good.
Yeah.
The Akainu leader, which was like the craziest leader at the time, they built a deck for him with more modern cards, and it was pretty trash. Like honestly, it doesn't need to stay banned anymore.
Oh, interesting.
And
that's
then
cool.
the other leader was a Trafalgar Law leader that got banned, and they built a deck for him, and it fucking stomped the decks. Like it just 100% cannot come back. It is way too strong. And the leaders that they banned, they actually they banned the leader, so you can't use it anymore, and then they re-released the same leader with a different effect. So they banned Akainu, and they brought out like a new leader effect for him that's like just straight up worse.
Right.
And they did the same thing for the Law. So yeah, like the old leader effect for Trafalgar Law is like way too strong. It just has these abilities that can just like bottom deck your opponent's cards, and then if you do that successfully, then you can play a card for free out of your hand, and it's just like way too much value, and it's just dumb as shit. So I am glad that deck is banned, but unfortunately that was Carissa's deck that she was playing when it was out, so she's still upset about it. I don't think she'll ever get over it, but it is what it is.
Cool. And I guess TCG Pocket. What's happening there? New set coming out?
Your favorite.
Yippee! Yippee!
New set. It's
okay. I need to talk about Pocket for a second.
All right,
okay?
hop on your shit, man. What's up?
I am having a crisis right now
on
TCG Pocket.
Oh god.
So
how can we help?
in TCG Pocket, if you acquire a certain there's like hidden themes that you can get. So if you get all the cards of a certain category, you get like a hidden thing, like a hidden it's like a hidden achievement or whatever. There's a hidden achievement to get a Garchomp emblem on your account.
Okay.
In order to get it, you basically have to acquire all Cynthia related cards.
Okay.
Yes.
There are 2 that I am missing, and I have basically spent the last 3 months dedicated only pulling on the Cynthia, like on the Palkia pack to get the cards that I need. I've pulled like 4 Crown Rare Palkias, 6 Immersive Palkias. I've pulled everything. I cannot pull 2 cards. I need a Full Art Cynthia. I can't get her. And I need a fucking generic Alt Art Gastrodon. I just, for some reason, can't get it.
Okay.
And the thing is, I have enough pack points to buy one of them, but I'm scared to do it because I know as soon as I buy one of them, the other one, like, I'll get a dupe of it, and then I just miss out.
Can you trade for the Alt Art, for the Gastrodon?
I don't know if you can trade for that. I know you can't trade for the Cynthia.
So maybe see if you can trade for the Gastrodon, and then if you can, just put it on Twitter. And
so essentially, once I get one, I can buy the other one, and I'll be done with this stupid set. And I just want this Garchomp emblem because Garchomp's my boy.
Yeah, I think check if you can trade for that Gastrodon, and then if you can, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Right? Damn, Flame, you're level 40. What the fuck? Flame's an ass hat. Look what he just posted.
He's got it. He's got the fucking
loser. What a fucking loser, man. I fucking hate Flame. Bro, Flame's still an asshole because he still every time he does some shit in Treasure Cruise, he tags me. It pisses me off every time. I hate the notification from him. I fucking hate. I'm gonna mute him. I'm blocking him. I'm fucking blocking him. Oh my god. Okay. I guess quickly. Jumping from the TCG corner. If there's nothing else, there we can go. In other news, new Grand Voyage is coming out. Plain and simple. I think it's another smoker related one. That's cool, I guess. The only benefit of this one is that if you're able to clear it and clear everything else, you get a Super Tandem tablet at 90 cogs or whatever the fuck they are. We never figured out what they're called. Wheels or tokens or whatever it is, right? So that's pretty cool. That's the first time we have seen a gold tablet since like 25, I think it was.
That's absurd. What the hell?
It's been a while. So that's pretty cool that a gold tablet's available. They are really pushing the Super Tandem Boost tablet agenda quite well, because for this treasure map, if you rank in the top 20%, which for global will be about top 800, top 900, give or take, you will get a Super Tandem Boost tablet, which is really interesting because going forward, they should just do this with every treasure map. It'd be really good. It's a great idea. It gives you a gold tablet so you can actually start spending them. But that's a really cool feature there. Those are the two factors in there for in other news. And from everyone's favorite section into the shout-outs. Woohoo, we're here. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And Todd, what are they commenting down below today?
They are commenting VIP.
VIP in the comment section down below if you made it this far. And if you want to support us financially, you can do that by hitting the join button. Plenty of different tiers at different price points. And I want to give a massive, massive shout out to our GGP producer of Alexander Wisniewski and our good members of Stump, Red Halo, Dr. Erection, Wankerfellow, Mike Shallow, Kiri Karasu, and Obsidian Steed 117. Thank you guys for the continued support. We do greatly appreciate it. And then from everyone's favorite section into the shout outs, into everyone's actual favorite section, it is the Q&A.
The Q&A.
If you have any questions, you can send them through to us via our Twitter at GGP Podcast or our YouTube community tab. First question comes in from, it's less of a question, but more of a comment. It says, I am on YouTuber. They say, I always appreciate this post. You all are doing God's work. You're welcome, mate. I do consider myself a god in my own right. First question, though, coming from Obsidian Steed. They ask, congratulations, you all have joined together and opened up a food joint. What's the name? What style of food will you have? And between the four of you, who's the cook, who's the waiter, who's the busboy, and who's the latrine cleaner? That's fucked. Knight's the cleaner, mate. He ain't even here.
I would definitely be the cook. I'm a beast in the kitchen.
Yeah, I'll let you start whipping. I'll be the busboy, mate. Flame, you good waiting? You good waiting tables? I'll clean shit.
Find out.
Yeah, alright, we'll do that. And then, alright, what are we calling it? We just calling it GGP?
That's it.
Alright, GGP, and what food we serving? Todd, what are you whipping up back there?
We could do some homemade pizzas. We could do some bolognese. We could do some lasagna.
Some family style Italian joint.
Yeah, we could do Italian food for sure.
Flames holding 7 plates at a time. I'm cleaning.
We have the signature, our signature dish, the good burger.
The good burger, the great pizza, the perfect
Welcome
pasta.
to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Gotta take your order.
Perfect. There you go. Next question from Luck at Luck Cook. They ask, what are your predictions for One Piece Day Super Studio Fest units? Garling.
Oh shit.
Garling. That's my prediction.
How about not Garling?
No, I think it might be Garling. Actually, I don't know. What'll potentially come out by that time in the anime?
I mean, it's probably still going to be on Egghead, so I don't.
Are we gonna have
really
the crazy ass, like Luffy standing against the homies, or against those fucking? I don't know. Is Chris in the room?
Yeah,
Can I say
another
shit?
Gear 5 Legend Pog. Let's go.
Will we have Luffy standing against the Gorosei, or what's the vibe there? Will that be animated in time?
I'm not sure. I don't know how far away we are from all that kind of stuff.
Because if that's the
Hopefully
case,
not too
then I
far.
can predict
Nah,
that.
I don't think so. They're still in the flashback.
Oh fuck, bro, we're gonna get Kuma, aren't we? We're gonna get Kuma, man. Oh no, you know the
Maybe
Vegapunk.
I feel like it's
Kuma
probably going to be
Cracker
another.
Buddy.
It's probably going to be a Straw Hat. Let's be real.
Yeah. Yep. Let's be honest with ourselves
I
here.
don't know. Give us like another I don't know. Give us a crazy Brook Legend or something, or a new Jinbei. Probably a new Jinbei.
Give my boy Jimbo some help, man. He needs some help. There you go. That's our prediction. Our prediction is probably some sort of Straw Hat character. Or Garling. I still think Garling would be fucking cold as fuck.
That would be sick as hell,
That'd
but
be so
I mean, I
cool.
just don't expect it. Yeah.
There you go. Next question from Tyler Machine 17. They ask, now that tags are introduced into the game, what is a arc or a specific tag like Straw Hat Pirates, for example, you guys like to see get support for in the upcoming months or big celebrations? Basically
Wano.
any one. Shut up, dude. No. I reckon just start giving support to like those legends that have come out now, like Roger Rayleigh Gaban and Rox Pirates. Just start making their tags more robust, or just like I don't know, Rev Army. I don't know. Like there's a lot of stuff there that they probably should do, where like they're just missing a lot of units. They just give units tags. That's probably the best part. Just give every unit like 3 tags at minimum, and call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then we can start talking. That'd be good. Next question from Test 0126644265. You need to change your name, bucko. What are you guys doing with dupe legends after reaching level limit break 5? Keeping them all for possible future updates, keeping an additional 10 copies for 6+ side grades, or just dumping them into Rayleigh's Bazaar? I just keep everything. Period.
Yeah, I'm just hoarding them.
As long as I have box space, I keep them on the side. Because you never know, especially given the last time where like level limit break happened, and I had like recently sold a bunch of legends, and then they're like here's level limit break, you jamunk. So I just keep them all, and then obviously if I need raid points, I just sell anything that I have more than like 10 copies of. I'll just sell to the bazaar if I need raid points. That is, but otherwise just hoard them.
Yes.
Yep.
Not sure if you're an older or newer player, but back in the day, if you had dupes of legends, you actually kept them as unevolved, and you would use them on challenge quests.
Oh, dude,
So that's what I used to do with mine.
Cost restriction things. Oh my.
Yep.
No, but even like these days, right? Like an unevolved Toki is like insanely valuable for treasure map. An unevolved Sengoku as well, like the V2 Sengoku, also really valuable for treasure map. For the mini bosses and stuff. So being able to like run unevolved and then evolved versions of characters, even things like unevolved Nami and Karina and evolved Nami and Karina for TM, also really, really good as well. Like that kind of stuff is super valuable. So if you get those kinds of legends unevolved, like you can use them in a lot more places. So yeah, 100%. Good shout out. Question from Bogbog 50401743. Dude, get rid of the fucking numbers, man. Holy. Does it just bother me the fact that we can't use our stamina meat in TM? I have hundreds of them and almost never use them besides the Bliss battles or whatever, which translates to almost never. At least let me spend them for TM2. Using gems for playing TM is annoying. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Probably should have stamina meat be useful for TM, but I think the reason they don't do that is because a lot of like end game players have like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. Even beginner players now have like thousands of them, because you get like 1 per level up at this point, and you can level up very quickly. You outweigh your leveling up to how much stamina you use. So I think it's kind of a broken in that sense, because no one would ever spend gems, and that's kind of the whole goal with TM as a whole there. Penultimate question from @DirtyPara. Big question here. Yo, what's up? Hope you're doing great. These 2 things have been on my mind the most. What's your thoughts on them? Point 1. Lately, a lot of people have been talking about tags and OPTC, and I just wanted to say how cool it would be if literally every unit in the game got a tag. I think that would be a prime team building. It would already be enough if, for example, every Nami, Zoro Sanji, etc. got Straw Hat tag, so at least everyone would have their crew or faction. Now imagine something like this. In this event, all Big Mom Pirates are boosted, and you could actually be able to use them all of them, because they're properly tagged. That could lead to super fun events. Yeah, I agree. I think like
that makes sense.
Making boosted lists based upon tags as opposed to specific units would actually be really good. And that would be a really good shift as a whole for content going forward. I like it.
You know what would be funny?
Here we go.
If they did that, and then you'll have like the 3 random units that are boosted that just aren't on the tag.
No, you know what? I take it back. You're right. I take it back. You're right. And then second part of the question. But what annoys me the most with OPTC, and not many people talk about it, about this, are the filters. A few, for example, you still can't filter captain abilities. You can't specifically search for cost. You always have to turn on the cost filter and scroll down. Super annoying. You can't filter for slot changing specials, but you can't. But you can't filter directly. You can filter for slot changing specials, but you can't filter directly for the specific slot you want, like tandem, psi, or whatever. Filters like power up or limit break make no sense at all. You'd think that if you enable the limit break filter, only units max expand limit break would show at the top right. But if you look closely, there are still units without expanded limit break mixed in, which makes the filter pointless. Power up is also totally random when you take a closer look. I think if they made the filters better like on the database website, then more people would have fun team building or building teams and wouldn't constantly be asking your comments for replacements for units. I think that's a really good shout. I think that my guess is that there will be something coming in that space, purely because in that like supposed summer update, there was, I think, a section there about improving team building for new players. I think there was something about that. So
yes, there was.
Yeah, so I would assume that potentially there will be some sort of room there for there would be some sort of room there for a change in that. But you are right. Like the buttons like limit break just make no sense now. Especially given that there's the power up button things too. So like there is still probably quality of life room there. But yeah, good points.
Yeah. To comment on that real quick. The filter system always sucked ass, but I feel like for me, like when I used to play that game, I used to always use the filter of just get date.
Yeah, that's it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I would always remember when I pulled these units. Also, when you play the game a lot, especially when you create content on it and you're constantly talking about the game, you kind of just know what every unit does.
Yeah, for better or worse.
That's true.
Yeah, so there'd be like a lot of times where it's like I don't really even need to think about that, but that's more of like an extreme, like people that play that game like way too much. So but yeah, the filter system definitely ass. I don't think they'll ever fix that.
I think we're also just very lucky to have the database. So shout out Solaris from the OG times and shout out Two Shanks now. Like they've done Two Shanks as well is incredible, man. Like he's able to pull like the top 100 of all the rankings now, pretty much, which is really cool. So it helps me like do all my like databases and all my entry and stuff like that. So like he's actually doing God's work. So he's really, really talented there. And even things like the TM planner, the Rumble database, the ship database. Like I think what has kept Treasure Cruise so well put is the community like effort that everyone makes to create resources, create content, to create websites, create databases. Like without that, this game would have been screwed from like day dot, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so shout out to those guys. Last point from Wankerfella. Hey fellas, I recently got one of those memory notifications on Facebook of when I met Jessica Simpson a few years back. This guy has fucking done everything, man. It's cooked. I've been quite lucky to meet a number of celebrities in passing, from Katie Holmes at a bakery, Acorn at a restaurant, Mandy Moore at a tennis tournament, and Neo at a pool party. To Tom Brady at a minor fender bender. Jesus Christ, dude. There are a few others, but I can say out of all the celebs I've met, the one that made me starstruck was Elish Cuthbert. I mean, have you guys seen The Girl Next Door? She was probably one of my biggest crushes growing up. I slowly regret not having my phone charged while we stood together in line going through customs at the airport. So let me ask you guys, who is the most famous person you have met? Were you starstruck by them? And who was your childhood celebrity / crush growing up? This guy's met everyone. He's cooked.
That's a hard one. I don't think I've actually met a famous person. I know that I've been on the same flight as Grant Hackett, which is an Australian swimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So me and him were on the same flight. He was like a couple rows ahead of me. I remember that. Shit. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. That's tough, actually.
I know of, and I used to be friends with Nick Kyrgios, the tennis player. If you guys know him.
Oh shit.
We used to play tennis when we were like a little younger. He was obviously fucking creamed me, but I played with him a couple times. My cousins were really close with him, so I've been at parties and been out with him a few times. So that's
cool.
That's my claim to fame, Nick Kyrgios. Flame, you got anyone? Flame's gonna say fucking like Donald Trump or some shit, man. I know Flame's gonna say some crazy shit.
I've met a lot of WWE wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
I've met I don't know if you guys know Stephen Amell. from like Arrow. He played Arrow in CW.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've met him. I met some like famous Instagram people as well.
I met Toadski. He got 90k subs. Okay, he's
Oh
famous.
shit. I guess yeah. I'm at Roger's base. So I've had multiple meals.
Mate,
with
you met
Roger's
Yoshi.
base.
You met the
Yeah,
OPTC
the guy.
producer. You met the guy at the time. Okay, that's the
Yeah.
goat.
and Yannicka,
Yannicka
the
was
old
cool.
Treasure Cruise community manager, which was dope.
Did you meet
I met a lot of the
O'Hara?
Oh yeah, I met O'Hara. Yeah.
Like,
I guess I did actually meet Emily Rudd. At
you did.
The, One
That's
Piece
right.
event. Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. I remember that.
So I guess that's probably the most famous
That's
person
cool as
I've
fuck,
met.
dude. What a cool event you got
Yeah.
sent to. That was fucking gangster. That
I know,
cool
that
as
was
fuck.
so sick. Treasure Cruise would never do that ever again.
Nah, we didn't even know. I think Treasure Cruise is fucking run by like an ethereal fucking AI at this point, mate. Like, who knows? And then who's your celebrity childhood crush? Mine was Jennifer Lawrence. Still is, but it's Jennifer Lawrence.
Damn.
Oh man, give me a sec on that.
Well, wait a minute. Man's looking at his database.
I mean, there's been a couple, but I think just him mentioning it. Yeah, Jessica Simpson used to be for sure.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, Jessica Alba.
Okay, I like that. Yes, sir.
When I was really young, I used to like Stephanie on Full House. That was my celebrity crush.
God, no way.
That was my celebrity crush when I was a little kid.
No, it was not, dude.
I swear to God.
No, it was not, Flame. It just wasn't, dude.
Yeah.
That's so jokes. I love that. That's so funny. That's so sick. That's a great point. All right. On the OPTC side of things, did Bandai do us dirty by releasing Dragon after the anniversary when most players have used up all their gems rather than releasing him as part of the anniversary? I'm sure Bandai will make a killing by doing this. Dragon, though, is almost just as big of a character as Roger, so he probably deserved to be a Super Sugo Fest character. His kit is Super Sugo tier, and I'm sure if he was a Super Sugo character, his attack multiplier would be higher. I think he's ass. So I don't think he's going to make any money, as a matter of fact. I think he's going to make a lot of money on JP. I think he's going to make no money on Global. That's my 2 cents on that one. Cheers from Canada. P.S. Shout out and happy birthday to my son, Obi-Wan. I forgot his son's name is Obi-Wan. Happy birthday, Obi-Wan.
Happy birthday.
Shout out to you, man. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think Dragon's going to make like bread like that? Or
No.
I don't think so. Yeah. I don't think so.
No. Snooze.
Yep,
Snooze
I agree.
fest.
I agree. That's it. We're done. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment VIP if you made it this far. And also, while you're down there, you can hit the join button. Plenty of different tiers at different price points. You can support us there. We do greatly appreciate it. Whilst you're also down there, you can go to the Linktree link that is linktr.ee/perfect. You find all of our social medias. We're on Twitter at GP Podcast. You find us on all of the audio platforms, Spotify and Apple Podcasts, to name a few. And then also while you're down there, go to everyone's channels, Twitters, Twitches, whatever it is. Go like, sub, follow. Flame's going to kick back on YouTube. Todd's got a fucking video with Bullet coming out. I'm on Twitter. You know, we're out here doing stuff. So make sure you go down there and support us as well. But without further ado, gentlemen, I've been Captain Puppy, Flame, and Todd. Thank you guys. This is episode. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.